Hello, everybody. My name is Shortline819, and I am here with.
29 down the line.
And today we are doing a tier list of DC Metro stations because we have both rode the DC Metro a lot, and we are big fans.
To all 98 stations.
2 all 98 stations in a single day in our failed speedrun attempt.
Yep.
But this video was inspired by a person by the name of
Step back doors closing.
Step Back Doors Closing, who did a tier list. I haven't watched the full thing, but
It's a long, it's a very long
it's a
video.
very long video, and we were doing a fun little transit trip, which will be on his channel and whenever it comes out.
Yes.
And
To West Virginia, of all places.
to West Virginia to go into DC on Mark, but that's a whole nother story. And we're like, oh yeah, there's this new channel, and he did a DC Metro Station tier list. Like, we should do that. So we are both here today. How are we going first? Let's lay out, or do we have any methodology for ranking stations in a particular way? Because Stand Back Doors Closing did it by the actual usefulness in the transit network. He left out things like architecture, neat features, and stuff like that.
I think we should bring the neat features and architecture in because that hasn't been done yet. I don't know.
No, the second video of, I don't know, maybe two in existence that will ever exist. Who knows? But yeah, I think we're gonna rate them.
Just overall, like including weird stuff. The weirder, my philosophy is the weirder the better. As long as it doesn't detract from usefulness.
Yeah, and we're still mostly going to rank them about how useful they are. So I guess let's begin. Addison Road Seat Pleasant. So it's a station I've been past.
I've actually used it. Last time I went, the escalators were broken. Both of them were out of service. At least one was being repaired, so it's construction, so not going to take off points for that. But it has a super cool clock tower with an elevator inside of it outside the station. I feel like I'm going way off criteria.
It doesn't matter.
I do like the clock tower elevator. It's kind of niche and cute and fun. The bus bay at Addison Road is actually very convenient to the station entrance. That's true for most stations, but it's actually between the parking garage and the station, so you can actually park in the parking garage and get a bus, or you could go to the station. Both are very convenient. There's a nice bridge over the road there. No, it's not like not useful, but it's not like
Super useful.
yeah.
This-
So
It used to be a terminus station before they extended the Blue Line to Largo. It is a park and ride. There is sort of a neighborhood behind it. Now, we do actually have up Google Maps, lists of stations, and the system map. So Addison Road, Seat Pleasant's over there.
Yeah.
So
it's not the worst park and ride. It's like if you've been on the satellite, it's just one garage and that bus bay, and it actually has very good pedestrian access over the bus bay, and also you can get into that neighborhood pretty easily, I believe, as well. Or maybe not, but yeah. Is there a little sidewalk there?
there's a
Off the
sidewalk
side.
there.
I see. So not awful,
You have to walk like over here. It's not terrible, but it's not like amazing anyways.
but it's all low. It is single family housing.
It is single family.
There is some density across the street in those on the right side there. There's some townhouses down below, and there's maybe some apartments or condos or townhouses on the other side of Central Avenue up there on the top right. So I don't know. There's some density within walking distance.
It's a fairly kind of middle of the road suburban
Yeah.
station. I would say
C or B.
C or B.
I want to like put it in like a C.5. Like
Do we round up or round down?
well, this is the only thing so far. So I feel like rounding one way or the other, we're just gonna change our criteria halfway through. So we have no benchmark. So this is kind of the benchmark here.
I would say C.
Okay.
It's not, because C is middle of the
Yeah.
road. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
amazing. It's not
Okay.
absolutely awful, but it's not like the best thing ever.
I would agree.
Anacostia.
Wonderful architecture. I love Anacostia Station. It actually is one of the few stations that has a Metro Police Department inside of it, actually right outside Fare Control, I believe. It's kind of inside its bus bay, which is interesting. It is a park and ride. They just removed the exit off the freeway there, though, for the park and ride, which was interesting. And overall, I mean, walkability around the station seems fine. It's pretty easy to get into DC. Uh, it's an interesting spot for a park and ride, but there is density.
It makes sense as a park and ride because you are along the Anacostia Freeway.
Right.
You're along the Anacostia Freeway. There's a decent amount of development over here to
Right.
serve the station. It's kind of a weird location.
It's
Kind
kind
of
of on the side of
yeah,
the development.
yeah. I would say a B.
Should we do B for the architecture?
Sure.
It's a unique station. It's very shallow, so my guess is actually probably hopefully it was pretty cheap to construct. But
Archives, Navy Pen Memorial Quarter.
you mean Smithsonian too?
Yes.
um,
Okay, I would say that it's actually
it's helpful.
it's along Pennsylvania Avenue.
It is.
It's next to the it's not Federal Triangle, but it is next to the Federal Triangle.
Yes, on the
It's
other side of it, you can get to Judiciary Square. You can get to Capitol by walking if you really wanted to. A lot of museums right there. The archives are right there. Wow, I wonder why it's called archives. Wow. I mean, overall, like it's maybe not the most touristy
No,
downtown
but
stop.
but I could see it kind of, especially for people going north south, it eliminates a transfer.
It does. Yeah, and especially for if you're going to Federal Triangle for work out of say, I don't know, like Huntington, it's definitely easier than transferring and
Or if you're coming up from Greenbelt.
right.
Downtown station serves a lot of work areas. I would say it's a solid B. Maybe even an A.
Tentative B.
Tentative B. Arlington Cemetery. Now, in Stamp Backdoor Closings video, he rated Arlington Cemetery an F.
I disagree entirely.
So do I, because you have to consider, yes, if the you have to consider the context behind the station, where yes, Arlington Cemetery, it's kind of a weird station. It's the only station that closes early. There's no real density around it. But the point of the station is to serve, it doesn't get a lot of ridership, but the point of the station is to serve the cemetery.
Right, which is a big draw on its own.
That's why it exists.
Yeah, and it's nice to have like a link into a park system there. It's like you can get into what's that? I forget. Columbia Island. Yeah, it's on the map there. It's not awful for walking. I mean, crossing some of the ramps there are difficult, but it's a nice break from the chaotic downtown.
I'm in a big favor for Arlington Cemetery specifically because it's a very focused station and knows
Yeah.
what it wants to do. And
It's not overbuilt.
it's not overbuilt. I don't think so. And also, I am just generally a fan of metro stations that serve things like parks because it adds a recreation element to transit and it helps get more people onto the system.
Right.
It's not just, oh, I need to go from one neighborhood to another or from my suburb to work. It adds another
Right.
dimension to the system. So I would say Arlington Cemetery is a solid B.
Actually, can you go back to the map real quick? I have so you might notice that there's a convenient bridge there, the Arlington Memorial Bridge. So the Lincoln Memorial, if you zoom out a bit, is kind of underserved by the metro. So if you keep zooming out,
Yeah.
the closest station is Foggy Bottom, I think by a tiny bit, and then the second closest is actually Arlington Cemetery. Which one of those is a better walk? You tell me, walking city streets off highway exits or walking mostly over bridges with a roundabout.
There is a sidewalk here.
There is a sidewalk. I've walked it. It's a long walk across the river, but it has good views. It's convenient to the Lincoln Memorial. Not really much else on the mall, but if you want to walk the whole mall or you want to go just to Lincoln Memorial from Virginia, it's a good way to do it. So I mean, I think that's extra bonus points there, just for that. So at least a B, I would say. And the architecture there is also really cool. I know I have to keep commenting on that.
Ashburn.
They charge for parking on weekends. That's negative points.
It's a terminus station.
It's a terminus station. Frequency is, Silver Line frequency is not the most amazing thing in the world, but it's not horrible. It is. It's a subway line that also wants to be regional rail. This is more Silver Line commentary.
Yes,
But-
and I would say, I would say Ashburn is sort of interesting because it is a terminus station, which does have bonus points. The
It should have been Leesburg.
it should have been Leesburg, but I would say frequency, Silverline frequency, obviously not the best.
It's in the middle of fields, St. Louis.
Which is both a currently I would say a detriment, but in
Yeah.
the future when they develop all this stuff
When?
will be a benefit.
And they actually left a lot of room for TOD if they so desired, which it seems like they did, except they put all the TOD further away. So and I can imagine that those immediate areas are probably going to be shops, maybe, or office buildings.
Well, that's what this is.
It is, but there's still some vacant lots there, which.
True. Of course, there's a data center right there.
Oh, it's Loudoun County, of course.
Yeah, spare
We-
spare room, spare field. Put a data center there.
All,
Simple as.
All like 10 people who work at each of those data centers have really good metro access.
I know.
Ashburn,
I would say a C.
I think just because line speeds and convenience to getting where you're trying to go, C is okay. Yeah.
I would rate it as a C. Ballston Marymount University. Any bonus points for something that serves a college?
Well, Marymount University has a couple campuses. Their actual campus is up in North Arlington. So it's actually not super convenient to the metro station for their main campus.
I did not know that.
But
Actually, where's
It's
it?
look, zoom out, go north, keep going. There it is.
Well, I know there, but just
They have
the
a
station.
downtown Arlington side campus. Oh, Ballston is there's escalators at the actual marker there, and then the elevators. There's actually elevators to both sides of the street, I believe.
and just generally, I feel like all of these Roslyn Ballston corridor stations are just gonna be like at least a B, if not
I
an
would
A,
agree.
simply because look at this.
Yeah, it's also weird though because you can walk 1 block from Ballston and be in like single family homes, which is
Or
there's
townhouses.
townhouses, and then you go 1 more block and it's single family. You can definitely
It
tell
is-
what was built up after the metro
It
went
is
through.
relatively dense single family, though. I will give it that.
Yes. Not a lot of wasted space. It has good it's like a good way for that western section of the Roslyn Ballston corridor because it's the last station before going into the highway median. I mean I'd rate Ballston pretty high. I mean
I would rate Ballston an A.
sure. Yeah.
Benning Road, another station I know very little about.
I think we've been there once. No, I've been there twice. Never used it. It's the left.
Yeah,
There it is.
Capitol Heights, Benning
There it
Road.
is. Good. Good. It's
Really-
like central to a neighborhood.
It's an underground station.
It is. It is. Now I'd rather there be a station over at maybe at the right by the Kenilworth Freeway right there, or somewhere along that corridor of Benning Road on the east side of the Anacostia, or on the west side, probably on the east, just because having a junction station that's not Stadium Armory would be helpful. And I'm not docking points off Capitol. I mean, where are we doing? Oh, Benning Road. Sorry, not docking points off Benning for not being at the Kenilworth Freeway, but
I would say that Benning Road is a pretty average, like
Yeah.
somewhat dense suburban station.
Yeah.
I would rate it like a C.
do we want to check bus connectivity at all?
That's
We
another
haven't
thing,
really been
too.
looking. Ashburn. Oh, I know Ashburn's bus connectivity is actually okay
Yes,
because it actually
Metro-
goes all the way up to Hamilton, supposedly.
decent amount of bus connections for Benning Road.
But frequency on the buses.
That is true.
I believe. Is one of the routes? I think is somewhat frequent.
U96. Let's see.
I don't think it's the. I might be wrong. I want to say it's the W4.
W5, U6 or U6, 5,
20, 30 minutes. I think it's
W4.
Yeah, 12 minutes. Yeah. I think that's points. Deanwood to Anacostia. I mean, going to Deanwood from Benning Road kind of bridges that no junction station gap,
Yeah,
and it runs through density, so that's good. I mean, Benning Road C is fine.
Bethesda, all the way up here. Wait, hold up.
Left side. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's way out there.
It's way out there. However, decent amount of density.
Yeah, it is a downtown station. And they're going to get is Purple Line's going to Bethesda, correct?
Yes, it is.
Underground. It's going to be an underground. I think it's the only underground station on the Purple Line. I think it's Bethesda.
Yes, and Bethesda Station, underground station. Where are the bus connections?
Somewhere probably on street, if I had to guess.
Probably on street. I would assume it's decently frequent.
Probably. Although you have the metro, so at that point you're probably getting into ride-on territory.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it serves a lot of. It's central to like central Bethesda, which is good. You see tons of that density right there. Not a lot of wasted space.
No.
And
Very compact.
yeah, zoom in. Is it like? Does it look super walkable? There seems to be like little passageways between buildings, like a nice little plaza.
Yeah, it seems decently walkable. I haven't been out there actually, so I wouldn't know for certain. But, in bus connections, I don't think. I mean, Purple Line's eventually going to connect in there, but I don't know if we're going to
Eventually.
factor that in. I would say Bethesda's a solid A.
Sure. If we're doing Boston today, I think Bethesda is today as well.
Braddock Road. You have a connection to
To the Metroway.
to the Metroway.
Which the Metroway should have gone somewhere that wasn't already served by the Metro, probably.
um
It's not bad. I
pretty
believe
pretty dense suburbs over here, a lot of townhomes over here.
that area has been built up though over time. I believe when they put the station, I think a lot of that area was still vacant
Yeah, well,
because of Potomac Yard.
most of
or-
this
yeah,
this entire area is an area that people don't really talk about in terms of just building up TOD. It's kind of wonderful.
yeah.
Um,
Because does it look like a school on that side? I don't know if that was there.
I believe that was there. The
okay,
yard
but
was
further
mostly
started
on this
further
side.
down.
Yeah,
So all those office buildings are probably.
all of this stuff is new.
Let's see. So bus connections. I mean, with the Metroway, it's fine.
I would rate it a B.
I'd say C or a B. Like it's not bad. There's decent density.
The bus bays are pretty neat.
It does have a dedicated bus exit that skips a few city blocks up
Yes,
to the
it
north,
does.
which is
It goes this
kind
way.
of nice.
I mean, having gotten off at the station, I'd seem it's pretty okay.
Yeah, it's a average.
I would say
I just say it's average.
average. Yeah,
High C, low B. We're ranking within categories as well, right?
we can if we want to. Branch Avenue.
I've been there once. Um, it's a lot of parking, a lot of surface parking.
Yeah,
I mean they have density, but it's
it's not.
further out,
It's further out.
which it's not that bad. It's not great. So
C or D.
say it's worse than Ashburn. Well, no, is it though?
No,
It might be a D. I don't know. There's like zoom out.
I would say Ashburn's better only because you have more area in Ashburn directly next to the station that you can build up on. That's going to be built up on.
Hopefully not with data centers.
Hopefully not with data. That would be the most Loudoun County thing ever.
Loudoun Gateway in a nutshell.
Yeah. Simply because you have the parking and because you have the yard right here, it's kind of limited. And a lot of this is just
Parking for office buildings.
yeah.
It's like, why are you building office buildings next to the metro station if you're just gonna put in a gazillion parking spots? Like that just seems redundant. I don't know.
lot of spread out single family homes. So,
And Off Village right there, that seems like it was probably there. Like a lot of this was probably there before the metro got there.
yeah, I
So-
mean Joint Branch Andrews is
But
nearby,
it doesn't go
but
there.
it doesn't go there.
I don't think Branch Avenue bus connections are also not great. Like for interconnectivity with other lines. I think it's okay for the region surrounding Branch Avenue, which is fine. But from what I call, because from what I
Yeah,
recall,
there's a couple of metro buses and there's exactly one the bus.
the bus.
The bus.
Oh boy. It's fine. I think the bus connections are fine. They don't go super far from the station from what I can remember. That's more for Suitland. But there's not a ton around Branch Avenue. I'd put it B. I think B is fine.
Brooklyn CUA.
I love Brookland.
I love Brooklyn CUA.
It is the
too.
only curved platform on the network. I love Brookland. It has good connectivity with the neighborhoods around it. It also provides a nice underpass under the The mainline railroad right there.
Well, the main line, it's in the middle of the main line, right?
It is.
The middle of what is it, CSX right away, I believe.
That Mark and
Yeah,
Amtrak also
that's
use.
CSX. I forget the name of the subdivision, but that's the one that goes between Baltimore and Washington. The one built in like 1835 or something.
Is it, or is this is west of that branch though? I don't know.
But yeah, the
You're
corridor,
freight railroad
the
guy.
corridor's this way.
I see.
That's the B&O.
I see. So
And just generally, it's right next to Catholic University of America, which was excellent because when we went to the Basilica, we walked here, we went to a Potbellies, and then we went to the Basilica,
Yeah.
which was like the most perfect thing ever.
and you can do that in like crossing like a couple streets. Like it's not Michigan Avenue is it's fine. It's not amazing, but it's fine. The other streets in the area are mostly 2 lanes.
I like the dedicated, the whole bus area over here is pretty nice too.
It's a good bus bay. I think it's the H6 runs pretty frequent. Runs I think to Fort Lincoln, and then the one it runs west of there over towards like Columbia Heights, which is good connectivity, or maybe not Columbia Heights, but it has good bus networks. I think so. I A
A,
I don't know if it's quite S.
it's not S.
If it had a MARC connection, it would be S. I think it serves university.
There's a decent amount of development over here.
Has
There-
the tallest building in DC.
Yes, there's fairly dense single-family suburbs over
Right.
here. It's interesting curved platform. It's technically a park and ride.
Is it?
Is it?
No, I
bel-
think no, I don't think so. I think
Oh, Rhode Island Avenue. I'm confusing it and Rhode Island Avenue. Sorry.
Because well, Brooklyn was a terminus at one point.
For like 2 years,
Yeah,
right?
not even. I don't think it was that long. Maybe it was, but yeah, I think A.
And you also have Trinity Washington University,
Which
not that
they
far
might be
over.
closer to Rhode Island Avenue.
Yeah, they're probably closer to Rhode Island
But-
Avenue, but it's probably equal distance actually.
Yeah, depending on which way you want to go, probably. So not bad connectivity. I think.
Yeah, not at all. Capitol Heights is
Way out there.
over here.
Right on the border.
There's not really much here.
No.
No,
Oh boy, that's
it's a park and ride. Is it this or Benning Road? They're considering tearing out the park and ride to put development there.
I don't think Benning Road has a park and ride. Like go back to the other way. Benning has a park and ride.
No, it doesn't. Okay,
Wait,
yeah.
does it? Wait, I might have a very short-term parking there.
Like, no, it's Capitol Heights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think like Capitol Heights doesn't need a park and ride. There's no really highway connections there.
No.
It's a small surface lot.
Single. It is fairly.
No,
Eh,
look at
not
all those
really.
empty blocks.
Yeah, not really.
Bus connections I think are okay, not great.
I would rate it in like a D.
Low D after Branch Avenue at least. I don't know if it's an F. Is it an F?
It's not an F. F is like Loudon Gateway.
Oh, I have opinions on that. I have opinions.
Capital.
I would kind of low D. If we do make it D, it has to I think be the last D.
Okay.
We might move it later. We'll see.
Okay.
To be determined.
To D determined. Anyways, Capital South.
EOD determined.
Mayhaps. Capital South, I think, is a good station because
Yes. Supreme Court, Capitol Building, right there.
yeah, think-
Density.
frequency is pretty good 'cause it's along all three lines. I think that's really all that needs to be said about it. It's just a solid station.
Probably A. I mean,
The only thing that would make it better is if you could take the Capital Subway to Capital South.
if only they built another line, that would be wonderful. The problem is they'd have some security concerns, I'm sure.
Yeah, true,
But
true.
You could make an outdoor entrance kind of like they did for the Pentagon and just have something running back and forth.
Yeah,
But it is only a block and a half. Granted, it is one of those big DC downtown blocks that, like, meant for the big federal buildings and all that. But yeah, I think rating it high is pretty good.
Cheverly.
I think Cheverly's the least used station on the Orange Line.
It was the least used
Is
station.
it not anymore?
No, it is the least used station on the Orange Line. It was the least used station
Until
for Loudon
Loudon
Gateway.
Gateway.
There's just
I
nothing
can
here.
see why. There's not even a park and ride. Is there? Or
There
is
is.
it? It's
They've-
just covered.
It's just covered in
solar panels. Bonus points for not making a complete waste of space. Where is where are you supposed to drive from? like a local road. That is,
Route 50,
but there's no exit.
but there's no exit. Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
no,
there is
there's
an
an
exit.
there is. Okay.
It's kind of a terrible exit.
So there's no north entrance. Look at it. Like zoom out. See all those buildings on the north there? There's no bridge across to the north. Is there? Wait, go back. Can you even exit the north side of the station? Doesn't even look like
No, it's just a south side exit.
that. Okay.
The only thing Chevrolet has going for it is the actual architecture of the station. Is
It's
kinda
cool.
neat.
It is cool.
It is
Isn't there-
between it is between where the freight bypass, the corridor, and the freight bypass, down here, because you have like Benning Yard down here or something.
Right,
I
is that the
believe.
Virginia Avenue tunnel that comes out there?
Yeah, yeah, the CSX Benning Yard, ex Conrail that eventually.
Yeah.
So
Bonus points for rail fans? I don't know.
this is like an F.
Yep, I would agree. I think it's pretty low. Definitely the lowest one so far.
Yeah. Clarendon.
At least to be. It's on the Roslyn Boston corridor. I mean, riding in from the suburbs just kind of feels like a pass-through station. Like, what's even here? But there's actually I've gotten off there. It's got good density, a lot of offices. So I'd say A. Yeah. Do we want to put it? I'd say
I would say A simply because it basically has everything that Boston has going for it.
yeah, definitely.
And then the next is Cleveland Park.
Northwestern branch of the Red Line, like slightly.
There is
The metro station, I think, is one south of it. Above that is Woodley.
Adams
One more
Morgan.
up.
Why is
There
not?
is a station.
There is a station here. Cleveland Park Station.
It's not even okay.
Oh, it's right in front
Wow.
of me.
Okay. Yeah. That's okay. So strip malls. We have strip malls.
Yeah.
Apartments though. Those look like some.
Ancient apartments. There's a synagogue.
And then single family homes or maybe duplexes.
Washington International School. Some sort of college campus.
Something.
Washington Cathedral.
It is not close to the cathedral. The cathedral is not well served by the metro. I
No.
think it's no.
Like a D.
Yeah, maybe a C. I'd put it above Capitol Heights.
We should probably start like
Yeah, I'd say Bethesda above Brooklyn, Capitol South also above Brooklyn, probably.
I would say
yeah.
like that.
Probably.
Say those are about Anacostia.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Yeah, probably.
College Park, University of Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Second to last station on the Green Line. It does have MARC connectivity.
it does.
You can connect to the Camden Line at specific times of the day only. All day service on the Camden Line when?
There are a couple of. Well, there is a University of Maryland campus,
Which is
there-
not close. It's a 20-minute walk, probably. That's fine.
That's fine.
College students can.
The Purple
walk,
Line
like-
can fix that. There is some like employment over here too.
Yeah. College Park Airport.
Simply because it is the closest to University of Maryland currently, I would say C
But below Ashburn. Well, what about Mark above Ashburn?
above Ashburn.
What about Benning Road? I would put Benning Road behind Ashburn. Now, Ashburn, Benning Road tied?
We'll go alphabetical order.
Sure.
Columbia Heights is the next one.
I love Columbia Heights.
Columbia Heights is excellent.
They have cool artwork, good density. They have like a weird shopping mall that's just suburban store, so it's like a Marshalls, a Target. There used to be a Bed Bath and Beyond, Petco, IHOP, mattress firm. It's an interesting neighborhood.
I mean, the
But
original idea for it is going to continue up what is this 14th or Georgia Avenue
One of them was just gonna go up and then turn, yeah, but they swung over
because
and served more areas over here.
the backstory behind that is that there was riots here, race riots in 1968, and one of the people from one of the board members of Metro at the time was from this neighborhood, and he basically said, "Well, we could revitalize the neighborhood after the race riots if we route the Metro through it."
Well, that make look at where that what is it 14th Street there versus 29 over there. Like it that just makes more sense than trying to route it next to like a lake. Like that's just more central to the development,
That too.
which to me
I,
makes more sense.
I would say Columbia Heights is a solid like A.
A. I would put it above Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Maybe above Bethesda?
I would put it above Bethesda. Simply because the amount of density
Yeah.
that's over here. Because Bethesda is more like office buildings. Most of this stuff is apartments.
And shops, and like you could take a trip there from their part of the city just to go shop. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Congress Heights.
Yeah.
It's a decent. You have what is this over here? Oh, those are more apartments.
You have density, sort of.
It's like decent.
Not bad.
It's not bad.
I'd kind of probably put it on par with Anacostia.
Yeah.
Above or below Braddock Road?
Braddock Road, I think, is better.
Better than Anacostia?
Actually, I'd probably rate.
Yeah, I'd put Anacostia above Braddock.
Like that.
Maybe. I think they're pretty close. Like, that's probably fine.
Courthouse.
Courthouse is good.
It's kind of weird.
It is weird. It's one of the only stations with underground globe lamps, which certain people are very fascinated by.
I would.
It goes to the Arlington Courthouse. The library's right there. Yeah, I'd put it with Ballston Clarendon.
Yeah.
It is also, I don't know if it's labeled as a park and ride, but there is a parking garage that directly connects to the station there.
It is not labeled as a park and ride.
There is a parking garage though. So,
True.
but they hit it well.
The next one is Crystal. It's Pentagon. The next one is Crystal City. I would say A.
Well, it connects to VRE.
It connects to VRE, not like super convenient, but it does connect. A lot of employment over here.
There's the underground,
There's the underground,
which is fascinating.
I know, and also just generally, I believe it has generally good bus connections. Metroway goes there.
It does. Yeah, the and also a bunch of local art buses.
Bunch
and,
of local, yeah.
And a lot of them use the Loudoun County Transit does serve Crystal City.
I would put Crystal City in a solid like
A or S. Do we want to put it? We don't have any S's yet. Do we want to put an S or A? I feel like either of those is fine.
I would say high A.
Yeah. Okay.
Deanwood.
Well,
Buzzer going off in the background if you heard that. I would say Deanwood is like
fine.
it's fine.
Is there a north entrance off the station? There is. There's an underpass. Okay.
Yeah. Fairly
It's fine.
fine. I would probably put in like C.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Downtown Largo.
Looks like they future-proofed it. That's the first thing I noticed. Those tracks are perfectly graded to perfectly go underground right there if they wanted to. I don't know what they were thinking when they.
Decent bus connections.
Yeah, it has the bus route 21 and 21X up to New Carrollton, which we've ridden before.
The park and ride is very strange.
It goes over the station. It is cool.
It's very efficient.
The bus loop there is good connections. There's not really much immediately right next to the station, but
It's
it is
more of a suburb. It
it's a
does.
suburban park and ride.
Yeah.
Walking to
Not walking
FedEx
distance.
Field would be hard. That's more Morgan Boulevard.
Yeah, that's more Morgan Boulevard
But
then.
yeah, downtown Largo is okay. I'd probably put it below Ashburn, maybe in the same tier.
Washington
Yeah.
Dulles International Airport. I have some thoughts. My main complaint with the Dulles Airport station is they didn't tunnel underneath here to directly serve the terminal. You do need to walk across, but it is an airport station.
And they have moving sidewalks.
They do have moving sidewalks, so they sort of corrected that. I do
Uh,
like how it sort of mirrors the design of the actual um it mirrors the design of the actual terminal. I would say solid like an A.
yeah. Um. Yeah. The bus connections. The bus connections map for Dulles Airport. Oh, that's probably one of the weirdest maps. Just because of where the bus connections leave from. Um.
The only connections are two Fairfax connector.
Yeah, I've ridden both of them. One goes to Udvar-Hazy, which is good. And one goes to Wheelie Reston. You have to walk to the main terminal curbs to get a bus, which is not great. A or B.
I would say high B.
It is an airport station. It's further out. It does what it's supposed to do. I definitely put Reagan above Dulles for airport stations.
Yes, I'd
so.
put Reagan in A, or Reagan's probably like an S.
This is
This is like a B, simply because, I mean, it is far out, but that's not really the fault of Metro.
This is more funding. People are like, it's gonna be too expensive. Wasn't that the reason why?
Yeah, it didn't go underneath.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely lower than Reagan. Foreshadowing.
Yeah, high B.
Yeah.
Dunloring Merrifield. All the way over here. Meh.
No direct highway access.
I
to
mean,
the...
no direct highway
It
access.
is a park and ride.
It is a park and ride. This is kind of meh.
Is there highway access? No, there's not. No.
No, there isn't.
They have decent like new weird suburban development stuff kind of going on there. Um,
But it's only really on one side.
yeah. There's no north entrance off the state.
I would put it in like a C. Low C, high
Low
D.
C, high D. It's definitely above Branch Avenue,
Yeah.
regardless of what we
The next one is DuPont Circle.
love DuPont. Great. It's the subway station under a subway station,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. Which I believe they opened the DuPont under.
High A. I would say it's probably on equal to like Capital South and Columbia Heights.
Yeah, yeah, it's got okay bus connections. Other than the fact that DuPont Circle is just a traffic nightmare. Like I was on a bus coming from Massachusetts Avenue Northwest right there to go to Connecticut Avenue Northwest to the south. Going 3 legs of the circle took like solid 5 minutes. So yeah, it was not.
Yeah. Next station is Eastern Market.
They used it in a Silverline advertisement.
Why?
So to advertise going to Dulles, they show people, family going to pick up someone from the airport from Eastern Market. So,
Huh.
Density,
Pretty decent.
seems like to be,
Buzzer going off.
yeah.
If you can't hear the buzzer going off, that would be so funny because it's
We'll
like
just say buzzer. There.
buzzer.
Cool little market plaza there. Do they do like farmers markets? Like, what is Eastern Market?
Um,
Never actually gotten off there.
Decent amount of bus connections. The circulator, which isn't going to matter soon. Rip.
That made me call for a video.
Yeah.
Marine Barracks is what it was going to be called. Wow. Not know that. Pretty good, I would say.
Yeah.
A. Probably not equal with DuPont or Columbia Heights.
Yeah, I would say. East Falls Church.
Also, number of lines is a factor.
That is true. East Falls Church.
There's West, so East Falls. Wait,
Oh, East Falls. Yeah. Okay.
I wish East Falls was junction station. I mean, it is a junction station, but it's not like at the junction, which is annoying if
No.
you want to go from Lane to Vienna. But
It's just sort of a generic like suburb station.
it's not a huge park and ride. It is a park and ride, but it is definitely very walkable. The WNOD trail is right there,
I mean, this
Which is
was the
good.
WNOD right away.
Right.
So
which it still should. Wow. Okay.
Still should be.
Still should be. Yes. Walkability is actually good for the most part. Like once you get out of the highway's immediate footprint, it's fine.
yeah, it's a pretty solid suburban
There's a
neighborhood
park
station.
there.
Yeah, not too big of a park and ride. Um,
Below the Roslyn Boston corridor.
I would
So
probably put it in C. Above Dunloring, above Deanwood. I would probably put it above Ashburn even.
definitely above Ashburn. Maybe. Well, College Park's there because of the Mark connection, kind of. So probably on par with College Park, would you say?
College Park and East Falls Church. Eisenhower Avenue. This is a weird one.
It's a weird one.
It's right along the Beltway. This used to be completely just nothing but park and rides, but they have actually been developing it somewhat. There still is a lot of park and rides as you,
yes,
but that makes sense because it's along the Capitol
but
Beltway.
that's also what Huntington was meant to be.
That's also what Huntington was meant to be for what it's worth.
So
The yellow line is just so strange.
it is. It's
The weirdest line.
um.
The weirdest metro line is what I should say.
I mean, it's fine. I wouldn't say it's amazing. Now, a lot of those places are very walkable from Eisenhower Avenue, but they're also walkable from King Street Old Town.
True.
So I don't know. Once you get across whatever street that is right there, I think across Eisenhower Avenue, that's actually quite walkable. I think.
Yeah.
So
And they are redeveloping it.
they are. Um,
I would probably put it in like
either top of the C or somewhere in the B.
top of the C, I would say.
Okay. And it's only served by one line, so we're like a true multi-line station, maybe.
Farragut North. I love the National Park Service.
Well, I'm glad Farragut Square still exists.
Well, Farragut North and Farragut. Okay, so can we agree that Farragut North is probably going to be slightly lower than Farragut West simply because Farragut West has more lines?
Um, probably they're basically the same
They're
station.
basically the
They
same
were meant to be
station.
the same station.
I would put it in
it's
B.
a B, yeah.
I would probably put it like there.
You want to put it above Dulles Airport, or just below Dulles Airport?
I would probably put it above Dulles
Okay.
Airport.
I would agree. You can also do the Farragut crossing, so that effectively.
Farragut West is above Farragut
Yep.
North,
All right.
simply
I would
because
agree.
more lines. Federal Center Southwest.
Offices. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Um, offices. There's the Museum of the Bible,
House of
but it's
Representatives
mostly
building.
just more offices.
Yeah, Department
and
of
hotels.
Education, Voice of America. This building. Constitution Center, more offices.
I think it's just your average
Downtown DC
downtown
station.
office. So where like archives, put it like maybe below archives, but above Anacostia. Definitely above it. We put Anacostia next to archives. Oh boy.
Maybe we should adjust Anacostia.
I think it's fine where it is.
I would say Braddock
Below
Road.
Braddock Road? Somewhere, yeah, that looks fine. Maybe it's Federal Center above Archive. No. Archive's probably about the same, right?
I would say these two are
Okay.
about even. Federal Triangle.
Yes. Architecture is the best it's the best metro station entrance. It just is.
Also, this is not only useful for
what's
offices.
Federal
Not only is this useful for offices, like they're
wait, go up
it's-
to the up there. No,
oh,
yeah.
oh yeah, Federal
There it
Triangle.
is.
I was confusing Federal Triangle,
Yeah, they have a rule against. I think there's a thing you can't make the same station sounds super. Oh gosh, I can't talk. Hopefully that gets cut out.
We're doing this super late, which is why we're all brain
Yes,
scattered.
but
Federal Triangle is great. You have the offices, you have the post office tower.
which is a great tourist attraction if you've ever been to DC or you're ever going.
You can walk 2 blocks to the Eclipse. You're a block away from the National Mall.
Right, and
all
like
of these
half the
museums.
museums, and tons of hotels, restaurants, and offices right there. It's very touristy, but yeah, I'd put it at S tier.
In that case, considering Federal Center Southwest or in our Navy Archives Penn Memorial is also so close, I would probably decide to
Maybe move archives to low A. Yeah, Federal Triangle. It's just that entrance. It's so good.
I know it's
It
so
also has a
wonderful.
direct connection, I think, to the Ronald Reagan Building. which
I
is I think it does. I might be wrong on that. At least has tunnels towards it,
yeah,
which is helpful.
Foggy Bottom, George Washington University, Kennedy Center.
Busiest station, or is it? I don't. It changes. It's last time I checked, it was
Let's
the
well, that's what we're here for. Metro Center, Metro Union Station, Foggy Bottom, GMU.
So I think it's actually past Union Station now. I don't know when these statistics are from.
2023.
I believe it's now the busiest station. They're right neck and neck though.
I would say S tier.
It only has one entrance, and the
Low
bus
S.
connections are eh,
High
they're
A tier.
fine.
I would say high A tier.
Yeah, it also claims to connect to the GW definitely connects you right, comes right in campus. Kennedy Center, I'm like, no, that's that's not exactly super convenient.
No,
I mean, where is yeah, it's not really. Then again, it also serves the Lincoln Memorial, which yeah, it's a ways. So
it's yeah.
A is probably fine.
Forest Glen, which is up here, correct?
Extra points for no escalators.
It's just the only reason to go to Forest Glen is just to ride the escalators. That's like the only
No escalators.
or elevators.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
no,
the
it's
only interesting part about Forest Glen.
it is
It
it
is
has a
on-
cool entrance with the
It's on the Beltway, but it's
there's no
kind of a terrible park and
real
ride.
it's fine. Wait, is that the Beltway right there really?
That is the
Wow.
Beltway, yeah.
Um I do like Forest Glen. It does have some apartment things like right there. Um I put it okay. Like it's definitely one of the better suburban stations. I mean, frequency's always good on the red line, which is good.
I would say high B.
Mm, similar to Arlington Cemetery, probably. Maybe even above Arlington Cemetery. Purely because high speed elevators are just cool.
And frequency.
And frequency, yeah.
Okay, Fort Totten. I love being half outside, half inside.
Yeah, and also an out of downtown interchange with lines going different directions on all sides.
And I
is
believe
great.
it has a lot of bus connections as well. Let me look up. I at do. Oh, that's just the Washington Metro Wikipedia page. What? List of metro stations. Okay, I was on the wrong station. Fort Totten.
Oh, there's a lower and an upper level. Oh, I guess they record for both.
Yeah,
Lots of
a
Metrobus.
lot of Metrobus.
Um,
Also, just look at that.
Green and Red Line both serve a lot of areas. You have multiple ways to get in and out of the city, serving different areas both on the way. I'd put Fort Totten as a transfer station. It's great. I don't know how it is serving the immediate. Go back to the map, maybe. It's not great.
Serving the immediate area. No.
Um,
The buzzer. I would say it's a solid B. Maybe like
high B.
below
Above,
federal.
I'd put it above the Farragut's because, well,
No, because Farragut's have so much
true,
density
true,
around
true,
them.
true.
I would say that
Definitely above Anacostia.
I would say it's above Anacostia.
Although the architecture at Anacostia is.
I would say it's above Anacostia only because if this wasn't a transfer point, then yeah, it'd probably be in like C.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
But because it's an out of town transfer plus architecture,
It's a cool design.
and it's fairly frequent because you have the red line
And the green line.
and the green line, which both run fairly frequently.
Formerly the yellow line.
Sometimes the yellow line on occasion, like that one
When
video
when
you
it
made.
feels like it. Yes, for
when it-
some reason that video's actually doing well.
Franconia Springfield. I don't like Franconia Springfield.
But they had Metrofest there.
Yeah, but that's a one-time event.
Well, it's happening again.
Well, it is happening
Branch
again.
Avenue.
At Branch Avenue.
Well,
Yeah,
I hope they make it like a full annual thing, and
Yeah.
maybe they move the termini, so maybe Metrofest at Ashburn at some point.
gives me a reason to go to Branch Avenue.
Yeah.
I don't like it because it's just a massive park and ride. There's like nothing around here other than it being a park and ride. There is a connection to the local neighborhood.
It's that connection in terms of getting to the actual station is actually really bad.
Yeah.
It involves either like 5 flights of stairs or 2 elevator rides, and it's because you have to cross. You get on the platform at the VRE station, then you have to cross the other side with the VRE bridge, and it's not a great connection to the where people actually live.
There
Yeah,
are a lot of bus connections.
there are. There's one to Tyson's. That's
Yes,
actually
and
pretty frequent.
Fredericksburg Line connection, which
There
I
it
say
is,
is the
which
main.
we've used.
Yes, we have used it. That's like the main thing going for it. Other than that, yeah,
There's a mall.
It connects into the neighborhood, but in a kind of terrible way. The mall, which is a mall.
Yeah. Wait, go back down. I think there's some offices. Yeah, there's like some.
There's
The
TSA headquarters. There's a Nova campus here. I didn't even know that. Oh, the medical campus. Okay. Eh,
It does have a commuter store in it. A Fairfax Connector commuter store.
I would put it in high D.
Okay.
Yeah, I would put it in high D. Friendship Heights. Uh,
Right on the border. Keep going.
yeah, okay. Friendship Heights.
Density.
There's some density. Want to go to Chevy Chase? I don't know. What are the what's like the bus connections like? There's a Metro bus. There's a Ride On. Friendship Heights
Ride-On.
Village bus.
What is the Friendship Heights Village bus? That I am so. Can we look that up?
We are looking that up.
What is this?
What is this?
Is this weird transit I need to go ride now? Oh,
Absolutely.
this is wonderful.
Oh, look at that door.
What? What is this?
It just sort of
Wait.
takes you a. These are all the. This is the
Wait,
bus
where does
stop.
it run? It just runs around the 4-block radius that's definitely walkable. Wait,
Yeah, it's literally just this. What's the schedule like?
30
every
minutes.
30 minutes.
To go 4 blocks? Wait, go back to the. Does it get any better?
What
Is
the-
it always half-hour frequency? I mean, I guess if you want to go from
Oh,
one
it
side.
goes. It can go to. It goes to the giant grocery store.
Okay, that's helpful, I guess. Are there any other stops in between, or does it just run that whole distance with stops? What's that green arrow there? Oh,
Nope. It just literally just runs that whole distance.
I mean, is it free? Does this bus deserve its own video? Um,
Yeah, it's free.
so is it the safety ride of Montgomery County?
No, because you can walk this, unlike Safety Ride, on
Which
the
you
fr-
legally can't,
Yeah, you get. Oh,
because there's no pedestrian signs
no
on the
pedestrian-
bypass.
there's no pedestrian sign, so Safety Ride exists over here. Go watch his video on it.
Yeah,
This is so. I
it's
had
a
no
real fun
idea
time.
this existed. What the hell?
I
We-
think we need to go ride this bus. This is
Yes.
it runs. Is there a park and ride? Wait, go up to the left up Willard there at Willard and Park. Is this a park and ride, or is this just a park for a parking lot? Go back down there on the other side of the street. There. What is that?
I think that's just
Are you
parking
a
for
park and ride?
apartments.
Okay.
I mean, if you want it to be a park and ride, because there's
To
a
connect
bus-
the village, the Friendship Heights Village bus to take you to the metro station. Drivers are helpful. Well, I don't know. I mean, helpful drivers, I'm sure, boosts up our score of Friendship Heights. So
Oh, the Friendship Heights is going to be a lot higher simply because there's a connection to this weird freaking bus
yeah,
service.
see, we're our ratings. the see our ratings are weird bus connection. I wouldn't put it in S.
I would put it in like B.
B. I would put it.
I would put it above
above Fort Taunton, above Braddock Road, because of the weird bus, and also there's more density. I mean,
That
you
is
can
so
walk.
strange.
There's hotels, like you could. Now, my question is, look at all that density along Connecticut Avenue that we did not take advantage of. Oh well, is that Wisconsin? Yeah, Wisconsin's a good good corridor as well. I mean, I wish they both had lines
the
because
Brown line.
I mean, going up Connecticut Avenue is great, but also going up Wisconsin would be amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gallery Place, Chinatown. I would say Gallery. Capital One Arena. Or wait, hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Capital One Arena.
It's walkable from Metro Center, which is
Fine, but it's nice to have a station this close to get you closer
yes,
to
it
your
is, and also
destination.
different lines.
Different lines, three different lines, fairly frequent. You have the National Building Museum, which I don't know if anyone's going to
That's
that.
more Judiciary Square, but it's definitely walkable. I've been. It's a good. It's a
I would say it's a
It's
solid A.
good. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it has a good. It's like the only station with that weird double crossover,
I
meaning like you
would
can cross the red line tracks at two different places. Like you can cross. I think you can. Yeah, you can cross the red line tracks both above and below, and they have like a double escalator, like a two-story escalator thing that I think is
I
cool.
would I would put it in high A. Because you have the Capital One Arena, people actually use this station as
And
multiple.
also for other things, like just for Chinatown in general.
Yeah, just Chinatown in general. I would say it's a high A station.
Sure.
Georgia Avenue Pentworth was originally going to be two separate stations.
Minus points.
Um, I mean, this is all the same things as
Fine.
Capitol Heights.
Just looks like a lot of those less dense DCs. Definitely more dense than like the blue and silver line corridor.
Yeah,
I'd put it on par with maybe below Columbia Heights,
I would put it like
below Eastern Market, but below with it.
I would put
What's
it.
around it? Like, what are the buildings? Is it just houses?
It's just houses.
There's some like local bit.
Yeah, I mean, I would put it.
That's
Uh,
fine.
yeah, I would probably put it like there. Yeah, I'd probably put it there. Glenmont.
I love Glenmont Underground Terminus. We've been there.
We've been there.
It's really weird. Very park and ridey. No highway other than
It's
I guess it's State Route 97.
it's yeah, it's a
Georgia Avenue?
Strode.
I don't even think it's just a road. I don't even think it's a strode that much. Wait, zoom in. Is it a strode? Is it a true strode?
No,
It's
it's
a
more of a road.
Although it's weird that there's just there's some density on the north side there.
Kind of. There's a
On the,
park and ride.
but why did we put the park and ride on the side with the density?
I don't know.
I mean, no offense to the people who are on the south side, but like, also, why is there? Zoom out, zoom out. Like, my question is, why did we put the park and ride at Glenmont and not at like Forest Glen? Because Forest Glen, I mean, it has a park and ride, but it's not. It's closer to the Beltway, but I mean, there's people who live up in like Lay Hill and
There is a connection to the
Norbeck.
National Capital Trolley Museum. You can
You
take a bus.
on their website. I want to possibly do that as a video when Glenmont reopens. It says on their website it explicitly says taking transit here is not advised, and my first thought was challenge accepted.
Exactly,
I'm like,
exactly.
there is a bus connection. If you, yeah, the only place where you can transfer indirectly to a PCC trolley.
Yeah, there's a bus. There's a bus stop
There
right here
is, but
that
you have to walk
goes-
down the shoulder of Bonifant, and it's like kind of a sketchy intersection right there.
But you can go here.
You can. It's a good museum. If you're in the area, definitely visit.
Fun fact about the National Capital Trolley Museum: the rails from the National Capital Trolley Museum were taken off the WNOD.
Did not know that. That's super cool.
So if you want to ride the WNOD, technically the rails that were once on the WNOD right of way go to the National Capital Trolley Museum. Kind of wonderful. I haven't been since a long time.
we need to go.
We do
Take
need to.
taking transit to the Capitol Museum.
Maybe when I'm back. I don't know if I'll be able to do it before. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, I would say Glenmont is low C.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I just want to double check. We are recording, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Good.
We are recording.
Good. 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 Good.
Here, I'm gonna stop the recording and start another take.
Yeah.
We are so back.
Yeah, that'll be so short for you. Maybe you'll put in like a weird ad or something. I don't know.
Now
Make a
it's
weird
time
intermission.
for a intermission. I don't know. Greenbelt. Art Connection.
Mark Connection still on the Camden line.
There's a yard
Massive
here, the George Washington Carver
parking.
Convention Center, although that's not easily
There's
accessible.
there's a no. That's not accessible. Period. For walking. No. Wait. Zoom back in on the yard there. Go to the north end. Zoom in. Zoom in. Wait. Keep. All right. Go back south. Follow the main line rail there. Look at that.
There's
That's
a connection.
there is. I think it's maybe removable.
Pull up. Where is Langley compared to like No, where is Goddard compared to? Oh, okay, it's not even close. Okay, never mind.
Also, I love how Greenbelt is just not served by Greenbelt. Like Greenbelt
No,
is over there on the right.
I can't take a transit. Well, I probably can take a bus to
Taking
get to
transit
Goddard.
to space.
I could go to Seabrook, and then I could go visit Goddard.
Seabrook's Penn Line, right?
Yes, it
I
is.
mean, the Penn Line is objectively better than the Camden Line, but I love the Camden Line right of way.
Camden Line is nice. I just
It's
wish it
so
was. It's
nice.
so nice. I would say Greenbelt.
Eh. C, yeah, I would agree. Low C, below Glenmont for
Below
sure.
Glenmont.
Maybe even D, because like look at the amount of stuff it directly serves. It's just that neighborhood there. It does serve an IKEA.
You can
You can walk to IKEA
you can get
from
onto
Greenbelt.
you can get onto Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad Street. That's not why that's named that way, but
Well, it
that's
could
my
be. There is Pensy Drive at New Carrollton.
well, that makes more sense because the Pennsy kind of that was the Pennsylvania Road main line.
Yeah.
This is probably just named after like the geographic
yeah.
feature, not the railroad that didn't even come
Wait, zoom
down here.
zoom back in, zoom back in. There's a really interesting street name there. It's 53rd Avenue. Look at that.
52nd Avenue.
Guys, 52nd Avenue. What are your thoughts?
51st Place.
Ooh, different. Why
And
is
then there's-
Wichita Avenue between 51st and 50? What is
There's
this?
51st Avenue, 51st Place.
Wichita Avenue, and then 52nd, and then immediately 53rd.
Yeah.
Greenbelt, explain. Is
Uh,
this even Greenbelt, or what is this?
This is Hollywood.
Hollywood. Okay,
Okay.
sure. Is this, or is that College Park, technically? Still, it might be College.
It's so strange. I would say it's a low D.
Yeah.
Greensboro.
I love Greensboro. I've actually never gotten off. They have cool artwork, and they also are.
It's a weird station.
It's probably the only station to simultaneously be above grade, at grade, and below grade in one station. Like if you're going towards DC on the Silver Line, if you get off at the front of the train, you are underground. If you get off at the back, you are above ground. If you're in the middle, you are at grade. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, all of the Tyson stations I think are going to be ranked decently highly, except for Spring Hill. My only issue with Greensboro is there are a lot of like low density sort of buildings over here.
And look at where the people live, and look at they have to. Are there direct connections like sidewalk connect? The north side's fine, not great. I mean those all predated the metro station for the part. Some of that was definitely built after.
They're. I mean, most of this is just businesses.
It's definitely walkable. Then now there's houses on the south side and the west side there though.
Yeah.
Are there like trails? I think there is like a trail. I think it's from Spring Hill. There's no. Please don't tell me you have to walk all the way around.
I believe. Hold up.
Like
Spring
between
Hill.
the Marshall. Yeah, there's
There's the Vasper
yeah.
Trail. Yeah.
So go back to we're zooming on the Marshalls right there. It's like in that white building next to Greensboro. Yeah, I think one of those is a.
Yeah, this is a Marshall.
So, is there no way to like get around the Marshalls, or what's the top one there around that shop? Is there no way to get
No,
around?
you-
them?
you
Wait,
have to-
zoom in between. Is there?
Nope. You have to go either up
Are you
Gosnell Road or Chambridge
Oh
Service
no,
Road.
that's
Kind of
not
terrible.
good. So if you want to go to Marshalls, I mean, great, but look at all the parking.
Every time I go past the station, I'm like, these should really just be apartments.
Eventually, one day, I would not be surprised if they were.
I would say it's like, it's certainly lower. I'd say it's in, I don't know, like a mid C. Because there is this over here, which is nice.
I don't know. I'd put it. I mean, Ashburn's kind of a good benchmark. Like, is it better or worse than Ashburn?
I would say it's
Is it
probably
better or worse than East Falls Church? Better than I think it's better than downtown Largo.
yeah. I would say it's
I mean,
like
other than frequency,
I
it
would-
is the Silver Line.
I would say simply because there is slightly more density, it is better than Ashburn.
Yeah, but there's no park and ride, bro.
No,
Correct. And look at what. So it's like it's supposed to be a local station.
there's no park and rides along this entire stretch, except for at no, there isn't.
Really resting, and then so if you zoom in again, it's supposed to be a local station. These are just offices on the north side, which is fine. Offices are fine. That's south side.
And then
like-
there's the south side.
Are people just parking in like the Marshalls and
Probably. You
parking
know what?
lot?
I will rank it below Ashburn simply because Ashburn has more room to actually grow out. There are
Sure.
actually no, because Ashburn, even though there is more room, there isn't it right now. I'd probably put it above Ashburn, mid C, I would say. Rossford Strathmore, which is I can never remember where this
In Maryland. It's like south of North Bethesda.
north of south of North Flint.
North Flint, yes. If you haven't seen the North Flint video, go watch the speed run. North Flint's gone.
It is gone.
They took. Oh, you were there for that.
I was there for that. We rode
Oh
this
my gosh, it's every time
we
you-
rode this
yes.
earlier in the week, and then we tried to find the North Flint sign, and it was gone. It wasn't there.
Gone. So for context, North. I mean, wow. Well, this isn't even Grosvenor Strat. I think it's Grosvenor. I've heard it both ways. I don't.
There is a decent amount of development
Yeah.
around here, and it does look fairly walkable.
Um.
Getting across the Rockville
Oh
Pike.
gosh, wait. Is that an entrance onto Rockville Pike? What is
No,
that?
I think
Is there an
that's-
underpass?
I believe that's what that is. Yep.
Oh hey. Oh, it's Metrofy. Like it's like very weird. It's like
I think Rossford Strathmore is actually going to be there is a park and ride. Fine.
I mean, Grosvenor's like it's.
I mean, it is next to
Interesting.
270, so
It's not like. There's definitely apartments. It's probably one of the better suburban stations. It's a cool design. It is above ground. The signs on the platform are like way too long for the name of the station, and it's a long name in itself.
Yeah.
in
I
and of
would
itself.
I would probably put it low. I would put it above Arlington Cemetery. Or
Yeah,
would-
I'd on par with Arlington Cemetery. On par with Forest Glen.
yeah.
Maybe above Forest. I don't know. But the elevator. I don't know.
I would put it, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'd put
probably
it there
fine.
simply because there is actual like apartments over here
And also bonus
are-
points for red line frequency.
pretty easily walkable. Like there's
Yeah,
large
like, look at
apartments,
that
there's a
nice-
market over here.
That nice walkable path in the middle that you can just. They didn't put a street there. They just like, well, you can walk the street, or you can just go in that nice little path straight to the other path. So they actually thought about pedestrians when designing them.
That's wonderful.
That's good.
Herndon,
Herndon's weird.
they are redeveloping it.
Are they?
They are. They've pushed forward a plan to redevelop Herndon.
Where?
All of this they want to turn into like mixed use development instead of outdated frickin'
Office buildings that have giant parking lots. The North Bus Bay. Herndon is strange just because it's a bus, like, stop. It's a street side bus stop.
yeah.
It's weird. It's
As
now
As it currently stands, I'd probably rate Herndon like a D.
F. Well, go back to the map. Go back to the map. So for context,
Herndon downtown is over here.
that they should have run up the WOD right of way. That's, maybe from Reston and hopping onto the WOD west of there would have been great. They can still do that if they wanted to. You can keep the bike trail too. It's great. Railroads and bike trails can work next to each other. Again, look to the Great Allegheny Passage as a good example. But, like, Herndon, that south side, those giant parking garages, I don't know why we built a second parking garage. It seems a bit redundant because the first one has been there for years. This was always a park and ride. They might have built it with the toll road. I'm not really sure. But it's been there a long time as a direct highway access.
I would probably rate it as an F, actually, now that I think about it.
It's like it has direct bus connection to Dulles Airport, which is like, how helpful is that? Not really. I mean, it's just offices. Like, you can't even walk through those houses. South side's a little better.
Yeah, no, I would rate it as an F. I would rate it as an F.
Okay.
High up. Huntington. Huntington is kind of delightful
You
because
mean
it has the thingy.
the thingy?
It has the thingy at Huntington.
Oh, I still haven't made my Huntington Station review. Oh gosh, I have one filmed. Coming soon? Question mark? Maybe or before,
large
after this
large
comes out?
park and ride because it also is sort of next to the Beltway, although it's slightly
Sort of.
eh,
It's also next to Route 1.
not true.
um,
Richmond Highway BRT whenever that's happening.
Is that supposed to be a thing?
That's supposed to be a thing.
Okay. It has 3 parking garages, one of which is now currently unused because it's apparently structurally unsound. So it's the wheelchair accessible station access route, which is odd.
It's just not very good over here. The only thing it has
I
going
love
for it,
Huntington.
I love Huntington because it has a thingy and it's kind of a unique station design.
Also has a parking garage elevators that only go from 2 to 5, or maybe 2 to 6. Starts at 2.
Other than
I love
that,
Huntington.
like okay, like what's the Huntington? What's the bus connection like at Huntington? A decent amount.
Next to the Rex.
Richmond
Which is
Highway
good.
Express. Rex is a decent line.
It does north and south entrances. There are decently tall condos nearby. Some of those buildings are quite tall.
That is true.
Um,
Oh yeah, condos over here.
and you can
fairly-
definitely walk from that on the right there. That
You can definitely walk from these neighborhoods to the
Yes.
station. That is true.
especially on the right, where those look like trails. On the south side.
Is there trail access? Yeah.
On the south, there's a trail access.
There's the
Yeah,
trail
yeah, yeah.
access. Okay, so what are we thinking for Huntington? Like low C,
Above Glenmont.
above Glenmont, above Dunloring. No, I'd say it's in between Glenmont and Dunloring.
Closer to Dunloring than Glenmont.
Yes. That's Huntington. Hyattsville Crossing.
I love Hyattsville Crossing. I keep saying that for like every station.
That's College Park. That's
further
Greenbelt.
further down.
Hyattsville Crossing.
Formerly known as Prince George's Plaza. The mall is still there.
It is a mall, yeah.
It has good connection to the neighborhood right there, though. There's high
Good-
density apartments.
High density apartments. There's obviously the mall, but
The most creatively named highway ever.
yeah, the East-West Highway. It's also
Um,
just weird architecturally.
It is amazing. The parking garage goes over the platform, and I love it. It's amazing.
It's also very weird how it just goes into a tunnel and then it immediately
On both sides.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on both sides. This is so strange. Like if you were to get
Ooh,
off,
look at the streets of Prince George's Plaza.
yeah.
Look on the no on the platform signs too. It's crazy. Whoa!
But the signs are the new signs. Look at that.
So pretty recent. I mean, it's not. It's a pretty recent.
November
change.
2019. Yeah.
Like so.
But it's so weird because if you were to go get off at the station and then get on without getting out of the thing, you would have no idea what's around here just by looking outside.
no, you're in a trench.
You're in a trench, which I find delightful.
It's very. If the parking garage were not there, and the line was above ground, it would feel very. Oh, no, I was gonna say it would feel inter-urban-y, but it not really.
I
The
would.
Branch Avenue section of the Green Line feels very inter-urban,
Yes, it does. It feels like you're going through the middle of nowhere.
which is kind of cool. But
Also,
also,
not.
you're not in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I would probably say Greenbelt and Hyattsville Crossing are about equal.
I'd put Hyattsville Crossing. Well, there's no
Actually,
Mart connection.
yeah.
The Mart connection at Greenbelt.
Actually, I would put it above Hyattsville Crossing. Simply because the Mart connection on Greenbelt isn't like super
No, and
super
you can just go to
useful.
College Park if you want the Mart connection.
It isn't super useful,
Yes.
and yeah, it's just kind of weird. It's just weird. There's the Metro
Weird
shopping
station.
mall. Yeah,
But direct access across East West Highway to the mall, so you can walk there. There's a pedestrian bridge, so
oh, there is.
uh-huh.
I would probably put it like
Above Capitol, above Cleveland Park. Yeah,
would
above
put
Branch Avenue,
above Branch Avenue. Yeah.
above Franconia. Yeah, above. I'd put it C,
See?
above Glenmont,
Well, I would say these are
on
about
par with Huntington.
these are about equal. Yeah. Okay. Innovation Center, office buildings. Nothing but office buildings for like.
For now, they've actually started developing the north side. There are
Really?
buildings going up as we speak. So the left side there, so on the top left, northwest side,
Like over here.
all that is currently being torn down for apartments, office buildings. It's going to be like a Reston Town Center type thing.
Really? I had no
Yeah.
idea.
So
Also, the very weird, like, bendy building that's right there.
yeah, it's weird. I think you do a street view for context from
Oh,
like
yeah,
28.
For those
The
for
28 bridge is a good.
for those who don't know,
Who are uninitiated with,
this road that I drive down like
uh,
every day.
I don't think you're gonna be able to see it from this side. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Nah, because
Try from the bridge over the toll road. Further south, further south. Yeah, you should
yeah,
be
the
able to see
bridge
it from
over the toll
there.
road. You should be able. There it
That
is.
thing.
There it is.
Oh, look at 28. What a great road.
What a road. 28's fine.
28's fine.
It's a fine road.
It's fine.
Back during the last election, I saw some politician who I think she actually got elected was like, "We're gonna fix 28."
There's nothing wrong with
And I'm
28.
like, "There's nothing wrong with 28. 28 is a fine road."
Now, there are a couple things that could be better, but like
The only issue with 28 is that it backs up.
in both ways,
It backs up.
both
Yes,
directions
it backs
for
up
both
during
rush hours.
it backs up during rush hour, specifically here. This is where it backs up, where it crosses the toll road.
and
Other
also
than
at
that,
66.
and also at 66. But other than that, but that's like to be expected. Other than that, it's fine. And what the heck are you gonna do to solve that?
Wait, does it back up both directions? I know it at least backs up both directions for the evening. Or I'm not sure about morning.
Yeah, but it's always far like it always backs up here for the rush hour.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
But that's a discussion about Route 28 that's not at all
Relevant.
relevant to our DC Metro
Sully
discussion.
Road.
Innovation Center.
Innovation Center. I think once they develop the north side, it will be great. Currently, I would put it above Ashburn.
Nah,
Really,
I'd put it on par. I'd say
once the development goes there, it would be a solid B because all that woods is just going to become. Also, there's a quarry there.
there is a quarry. I would say that these are perfectly fine for the same
Yeah.
exact reason. Where once it's developed out, it will be fine.
I agree.
So, Judiciary Square.
Good station.
This is true. You are next to a whole bunch of things.
And a nice entrance. It's a nice open. It doesn't have a canopy, I don't think.
No,
Yeah, or it might have a canopy.
just descend down.
Yeah.
I would say Judiciary Square is.
The A or B.
I would say it's up there with Archives.
Yeah.
Well, below Archives, but above Georgia
We
Avenue.
put the Farragut's in B.
Those should go up higher.
We should. Where should we put them? Before Ballston, I would say. After right, probably on par with Gallery Place. Above Crystal City.
I would say above Crystal City.
Okay. Yeah. We should put one in S and one in F.
No. King Street Old Town. This is one of my favorite stations
King
on
Street
the
Old
entire
Town
metro.
is wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Great for walkability. Oh, cool. Blue line. Thank you, Google.
I would say, okay, here's why I love King Street Old Town so much. You have wonderful bus bays, loads of bus connections,
Really long platform.
really long platform, connection with Alexandria. All of this over here is wonderfully walkable.
And there's a free bus too.
There is the
Yeah.
free bus, the Old Town Alexandria trolley. So if you want to get down there, you can get down there for
And
free.
also Dash is free.
Yes, Dash is also free.
Great bus bay.
Yeah, great bus bay. There's a lot of really cool restaurants over here. Go to Bob and Anita's Diner up here. They have the best corned beef hash.
Good connection to Amtrak. We already mentioned that.
Yeah, we already mentioned that. King Street Old Town,
Yes.
easily S tier.
Do we want to put it above Federal Triangle?
No,
Okay.
I would say it's on par.
Okay. Yeah.
Landover.
It's backup FedEx Field. No. Oh no. There's not even a way to cross Route 50, is there?
No.
Oh gosh. Wait, is there? Wait, there might be an underpass. Right where the.
Nope. No underpass.
So hold on. Zoom out. Is that just a park?
It's a
And
parking
right
lot. Yes.
To what? Storage buildings?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Are those apartments in the that strip? Are those apartments?
Those are like townhouses.
Is there a path into? No, you have to walk around. There's not even a path there.
No. Is there even a sidewalk
that's
here?
it.
There is a sidewalk.
That's a brick sidewalk.
NC Drive.
Oh my gosh. Street name makes it better, but that probably the worst one we've seen.
I would say Chevrolet. Above
Go back-
Chevrolet.
Can we zoom back in on Chevrolet just to?
Chevrolet is this.
Chevrolet at least has a cross highway. I'd put Landover below Chevrolet.
LaFont Plaza, easy.
Did you know?
Those astronauts are dogs? When we were thinking about doing this video while you were driving over to my house, okay, what joke am I going to make when we get to LaFont Plaza? I'm just going to say that, but you beat me to it.
No. Wait, you can just edit this out and just make another take, or even better, just keep this in and then make the same joke, put it back in.
Yeah, yeah, okay. LaFont Plaza, did you know those astronauts are dogs?
I do believe I did.
But how do you get to work?
Well, how do you go?
Well, I take 28. Did you hear our 28 discussion earlier?
Wow, 28 discussion.
Yay! Loudon
Please.
Gateway. Loudon Gateway belongs
No,
in
no,
its
no, no,
own-
no, no, no. No, 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 no. Are we adding a tier for Loudon?
I was
Can we add a tier for Loudon Gateway?
yes. At a row below. New.
Loudon Gateway tier?
Hold up. What?
Gray for Silverline.
Yes.
Or
Gray. Yeah. And then this is.
Loudon Gateway tier.
Well, why does this station exist?
Can we just call it data centers?
Yes. Data centers. There we go. Oh, Landover. Why? What is there to be said about Loudon Gateway?
It has cool artwork and a labyrinth that I filled the time lapse of myself walking for like 3 minutes, and the two people sitting in the short term parking lot were just probably thinking, "What is this crazy guy doing?"
There is nothing around here but data
No,
centers.
and you know where the bus route north of there goes? So zoom out just a little bit. All right, zoom back in, zoom back in. All right, so it runs to the west up to Loudoun County Parkway, goes up, goes down Waxpool, other way,
the
goes
other
down
way.
Pacific, back through the offices and data centers, and back to the station.
That's literally
It
just...
loops around data centers, offices, and a couple strip malls.
This really does exist just for like the 5 people that work in the data centers.
And also, there is okay. The bus connections to the south are better. They actually serve neighborhoods, and it's supposed to be like South Riding's station, which I don't. It's Loudon Gateway is special.
It is special. The worst part about Loudon
It's
Gateway,
so overbuilt.
the worst part about Loudon Gateway, is that all of these were just apartments. It'd work wonderfully.
It would, but well, actually, we tore down a bunch of trees there.
Yeah,
You know what we're gonna do with that?
data centers.
I am 90% sure that that's what they're gonna be.
Well, okay, it's also very freaking funny because when you go down Lockridge Road, because we've done this a couple of times before, this is how you get to Loudon Gateway.
Yeah.
If you're,
Wait, go to an old picture, like before the data centers were built. It's just a road through, like.
it's just a road through a field.
Can you change
Yeah,
the date? Is there a way to?
I don't
on this?
know.
I know in the Google, in the app, you can change.
Yeah, and the thing is,
There's no sidewalks on Lockridge, by the way. I did a whole video on biking to Loudon Gateway.
yeah,
Definitely go check that out.
yeah.
It's,
There's no like easy way to get onto the.
No.
No.
do you no? Why would you drive on the Greenway when they charge you $15,000 to go 2 miles? Not
True.
really, but it's not great. It's
The nearest neighborhoods are here. They're in Sterling.
and then on the west there are some, but they're walkable to Ashburn. So why would you ever go to like down here? That's served by buses?
You walk from
What?
Monkey Joe's to Loudon Gateway.
But it's all past these office buildings. Now, eventually, I could definitely see those office buildings and storage buildings, like, in the long term being converted. Loudoun County just hasn't really been.
No, because me and my dad were having a conversation about this the other day. Where the reason why Loudoun County is so obsessed with data centers, as compared to other particular
They make us
lands to
money.
develop, well, they make us money, and it's also fairly low effort. Because think about it, with houses, you need
Roads.
roads, you
utilities.
need utilities, you need schools, which is a whole other thing. Loudoun County School Board comment, notwithstanding, but but with data centers, yeah, they bring in money, but it's a relatively low effort sort of thing, and that's why it's just filling up with data centers.
Yeah.
The yard is here, which is kind of cool,
But you can't see the yard from that.
no,
You can't walk
cannot.
to the yard. Is there a sidewalk across the Greenway and Alex? Nope. Well,
Nope.
there's that path might.
No,
Oh wait, does it just dead end? Hold on, zoom in on that. Does that path cross the bridge? Okay, follow that path to the Greenway. Zoom in. Does it cross the
It
bridge
just-
and just dead? Are you
Yes.
serious?
yes,
Oh, hold on. Maybe they were trying to make is that future proof for a station entrance? No.
no, maybe
What is
over
that?
here.
What is that?
Maybe over here?
That just looks like a drainage ditch.
That does look like a drain.
That is a drainage ditch. Wait, so
This is Loudon
You're-
Gateway, by
you're
the way. If
telling
you've never
me-
seen the outside of it.
so you're telling me we put a path in that ends on the wrong side of the highway.
Yes. It just who has walked this path in their entire life? Not a single soul. The hell?
I've biked down parts of Loudoun County Parkway that were not super great, but this is
This is
okay. If they
stupid.
put a bike route in along 606 and made a south entrance to Loudoun Gateway with a direct connection to that path with a bike like a bike station, fine. That would improve the rating. They did not do that.
No.
If they made airport so better than data centers, I would actually prefer them to just put more parking and use it as a long-term
Yes,
airport
rename Loudoun Gateway to Dulles Parking.
or Dulles North. Like I don't. It's basically what it is. Like why is this Loudoun County's like flagship station? It's
They called it Loudoun Gateway because they couldn't figure out anything else to name it.
Lockridge Road.
What
Well,
was
they
the ri-
originally were calling it Route 606.
Yeah, I was about to say. Well,
They should have just left it as 606. Like it's like it just serves data centers, offices.
the post office.
It's a big post. I mean, are the wait? Hold on, zoom in, zoom in. What are those? What are those street outlines there? Those don't look like data center streets. Those look like
I'm pretty
no,
sure.
no low latency lane. That's a data. Are you serious? They named it
Yep.
really low latency
What the
lane.
What the heck?
Okay.
Loudoun County zoning map.
Yeah, that's probably. Oh, this is a wonderful old website.
Zoning. Where is it? There's the airport.
There's the airport. So northwest. There it is. What's that blue color? What's that dark blue?
Legend. Can I not? Does it not tell me?
County?
Zoning. No, it does not.
What is dark blue? Oh,
Land Development Research and Development Park. And then there is Office Park.
but we use Office Park as data center.
Yeah, so all of this is just zoned for data centers.
Leesburg. Yeah, Leesburg just doesn't. Oh, I guess Leesburg has separate zoning ordinances. Also, wait, go back to they tried that people I think there's been some uproar about Route 7 being a data center corridor. I don't
That's another side note. So yeah, McLean
it's McLean.
or McLean.
The Northern Virginia town names that
At least I don't.
Yeah, it's
at least I
McLean.
don't call it Tyson's Corner. McLean is fine.
Tyson's East.
That's basically what it is.
It serves Capital One buildings and then the south side of Chainbridge Road. Like what
Some of this is being redeveloped for I
or Dolly
think.
Madison Boulevard. Sorry, not Chain. Well, also Chainbridge.
Tyson's Belt. Well, no, it's not even a park and ride. So
What is it? If it's being written, I would not put it. E.
like, nah, I would Franconia Springfield's higher simply because it has all the
I
connections.
put it above Branch Avenue.
There we go. McPherson Square. It's right next to the White House.
Yeah, that's about all it's got. It's another downtown station. Very touristy, I'm sure, because it's close to the White House and a bunch of other things.
I would say it's a high A.
Well, where did we put some other stuff? We put like the Farragut's are very close. I'd put it below the Farragut's simply because of combined
Maybe-
frequency.
Maybe Federal Center Southwest. I'd say those two are about equal.
Crystal City. Pearson Square's better than No? Maybe not.
I would say it's better. Yeah. Federal Center, I'd also would say is better.
Maybe below Gallery.
What,
Federal
Crystal
Center-
City?
Federal Center. Our A tier is really
There's a lot of good stations.
our S tier. Data center tier.
McPherson Square, Crystal City, Federal Center. I would say that those are the same.
They're about the same. Yeah. McPherson Square is good. They have good bus connections out of McPherson Square. I think.
Lean in a bit more so the mic can pick you up.
Oh, was it not picking up?
No,
before?
it's just very quiet.
I think there's decent bus connections from McPherson. Yeah, Yeah, I'd say A tier is probably
Medical center.
high speed elevators. I think I haven't gotten to what. Okay, is there an underpass? That is question one. Yes, there is.
I would say that this is in a similar scenario to say,
Arlington Cemetery.
yeah, where it's very focused on serving a single thing. And unlike Arlington Cemetery, it's a large employment area. A lot of people work here.
And it has some density.
Some
if you
density,
wanted to
some
walk.
some neighborhoods.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Metro Center.
Hold on now. Hold on.
What's your controversial opinion? What's your hot take?
Metro Center is like we view it as like the center of the metro system. Gee, I wonder why. I feel like it steals a lot of thunder from L'Enfant. L'Enfant is a good station. I would put Metro Center below L'Enfant Plaza simply because
I would
definitely above Federal Triangle. Although hold on now, Metro Center.
I would say Metro Center, L'Enfant. I jokingly say that L'Enfant should be called Metro Center, simply because
Next to VRE has 5 lines, has the Metro headquarters.
yes, it does.
Um,
Metro Center is definitely an S tier station, but it's not above
Yes.
L'Enfant. L'Enfant is probably the best station on the entire
Can we
system.
make it Macy's direct Macy's connection tier?
Direct Macy's connection tier.
Not really. We can.
Loudon Gateway or data centers belongs in its own special circle
Yes.
of Minnesota Avenue.
Should have been. Is it the Anacostia Freeway? No, it's the Kenilworth Freeway. Okay, Anacostia. I guess
Is
it's
it
both.
Is there? Yeah, there is an
That's
underpass
a weird bridge.
and
though.
an overpass into this neighborhood.
There's also
over
an
here.
overpass
Yeah,
and an underpass. Where's the
Yeah.
underpass?
it goes. Here's the overpass, and then it directly dips down and goes into the station. It's an
Yeah.
overpass and immediately dips into an underpass.
Now hold on. Do
that
you have
goes
to walk
across.
that whole length of the ramp like zigzaggy? I think you do. If no, that's annoying. Like, that's fine if you're going one direction, but there's no like stair access. Look on the one at Hayes Street up on the top there. Is there? Can you zoom in and see if there's stairs or if it's just a ramp?
It's just a ramp, I think.
like a fairly good ramp. Though.
Makes it wheelchair accessible.
It does. And is that another overpass down there by the bus bay?
I believe so. Yes.
Ooh. Oh, that's actually directly out of the station too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's bonus. So multiple ways to cross. That's actually good.
There's a park over here, somewhat decent. I would probably put Minnesota Avenue.
Above. I mean, it's a good freeway station.
Yes.
It's not a highway median station, but it's a good, like,
I would put it in mid C.
yeah, I'd agree. It'd be better if it were on more lines.
Yeah.
Or, like, literally, like, half a mile south.
Morgan Boulevard. The hell's going on here? There is some density.
And you can walk to FedEx Field, which, honestly, it's a long way, but look at the distance in that parking lot. So if you zoom in on FedEx Field, now if you parked in that bottom left corner of the parking lot, all right, walking to the stadium, that's a long way. Now, double that and you basically almost get to the metro. Like, that's not that bad. Like,
No.
it's not great, but
I would
honestly,
say
walking after you're watching a football game for hours, I mean, sure, walking is good.
I would probably say low C. Simply only because there is the Commander's Field over here. There is a little bit of density. It's not above something like Huntington or, but
Yeah. I also love that Morgan Boulevard is not named after the street. Like, it's named after the street it's on, but that's not the name of the street.
no.
Morgan Boulevard is Garrett A. Morgan Boulevard. Now, I wonder if people in the area, Maryland locals, can you tell us, do you call this Morgan Boulevard or do you call it Garrett A. Morgan Boulevard? Like, what do you
Or do you
refer to
call it
this as?
Route whatever?
What do you call this?
It's also another one of these weird stations where you're in a trench. Kind of
it
not
feels
really.
like an interurban, kind of,
This entire part feels like an interurban,
but
to me.
with tunnels.
But with tunnels, yeah.
Like, if there were no tunnels, it's very interurban-y, minus the tunnels.
Mount Vernon Square. I'd say Mount Vernon Square ranks pretty highly.
Yeah, it's a terminus. It only has one entrance.
Walter E. Washington Convention Center.
It only has one entrance, which is kind of a downside and does not actually directly connect to Mount Vernon Square. That's weird. If they put an entrance on, like, L Street, that might be different, but there isn't.
I would say Mount Vernon Square is a solid B. Above Arlington Cemetery. I would say above.
Above?
I would say it's like that.
Above Braddock Road, definitely.
Above Braddock
Do we
Road.
want to put Braddock below Fort Taunton?
Yeah, because Fort Totten,
Do we want to just flip those two?
I would say Braddock Road simply because more density.
Okay. Yeah, and yeah, land use.
Yeah. Mount Vernon Square,
And also Metroway.
I'd probably put it above Friendship Heights.
But the weird bus.
But the weird bus.
The Friendship Heights Village. I would agree with that. I mean, yeah. Is it better than Dulles Airport? Mount Vernon Square, 7th Street Convention Center. It does serve all of those things.
I would say IB.
Sure.
Navy Yard. I mean, it serves Navy Yard. It serves the Nationals ballpark. It's right next to Navy Yard. I don't know what else to say about it. There's a fairly decent amount of density over here. I would say
It's getting redeveloped pretty quickly.
I would say low. I would probably say it's on par with Archives, I would say.
Sure.
That's a fairly uncontroversial one. Navy Yard is just good. Naylor Road.
Why is
How is Naylor Road? Who is Naylor Road?
who is Naylor?
Who is Naylor? That is the question. Sam's Car Wash, transit accessible, Naylor Road.
Sam's Car Wash here.
Yeah,
Budget
it's
Inn?
a long,
Does it serve a motel?
the Budget Inn.
Oh my gosh, it serves a motel.
And Hip Hop Fish and Chicken.
Oh, this is wonderful.
And New Hampshire Medical Supply in Maryland. Actually, yeah, it is in
New
Maryland.
Hampshire Medical Supply in Maryland. You know what that reminds me of? The M. Maryland MTA Baltimore Metro subway link. What? You have the footage for that somewhere.
I do.
You also have the footage for the M.MTA Maryland Baltimore Metro light rail link
I do.
somewhere.
Naylor Road is just kind of meh.
Yeah, D is fine.
Low D.
Below Greenbelt because no
New
mark.
New Carrollton. New Carrollton would okay. New Carrollton is excellent if only because of the transit connections around it. It is on Pensy Drive.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's near Pensy Drive.
it's
Pensy
near
Drive's
Pensy
right
Drive.
there.
This
Good has you can even connect to the Acela there if you wanted to.
you can connect to the Acela. There's a decent amount of offices over here. I would say that you have a connection to you have a connection to the bus.
The bus.
You have a connection to the bus. You have a connection to the Mark Penn line. You have a connection to
Metro bus.
Metro bus, MTA commuter bus, Peter Pan, Greyhound
Peter
stops
Pan
there.
stops there.
Yes, I would say that this is fairly high simply because of all the transit connections that it does have.
It has a cafe. They have good coffee cake.
They also
S tier?
have good. I wouldn't put it in S
They
tier.
took down the clock tower, so no S tier. The clock tower at New Carrollton.
I would say
oh,
high
so
B.
good.
I would say Dullison
Really above Mount Vernon Square.
above Mount Vernon Square only because of the transit connections.
Yes. And the coffee cake. Not really.
Oh, by the way, if you're coming into DC, it's oftentimes quicker to go to one of the suburban stations
Yep.
and then transfer to the metro.
Because switching into Union Station takes forever. We found that out because when booking tickets from a mysterious point in West Virginia, foreshadowing, to DC, we found that it was quicker to go to Rockville and transfer to the Red Line, and also cheaper.
Yeah.
So it's like the weird. I've heard of New York being a thing like that too, where DC is actually quicker and cheaper just to often transfer. Like, yeah, there's good suburban stations. Like Alexandria Union Station's a good station,
It is.
and you can get it to DC fairly quickly.
New Carrollton kind of smells, though, I will say.
It's under renovation.
It's under renovation and future purple line. So, Noma Gaudelet University. I'd say it's pretty good.
It's fine.
The first infill station on the metro. Wow, yeah.
Isn't that where the abandoned tracks are too?
Yes, it is. The abandoned track, it's right there.
Wow.
That's the abandoned track right there.
Can I have it for my room? I want.
We can start the
some.
Metro Museum. Who knows?
Oh my gosh, the New York City has one.
I know.
I don't know why we don't.
We should have one, yeah. Metro's preserved every single rail car in some form.
So is the Loudoun County Fire Department. Not really. They have the 4000s.
They do have the 4000. I would say
Oh.
Noma Gaudelet University is fairly high up. I would say it's like
He's fine.
I would say it's around like Braddock Road
Yeah.
in terms of.
Okay.
I would probably say it's above Braddock Road simply because it is downtown. It is a
Yeah.
downtown station, kind of.
Yeah.
North Flint.
North Flint. So back to what we were saying before. Also, I love how far North Bethesda is from Bethesda. It's
Yeah.
like where? Oh, you passed it. You
Twinbrook.
passed it.
Oh, I passed it. Yeah, okay. Twinbrook.
It's you passed it again, I think. Oh wait, no, there it is. Yeah, there's
Here it is.
Nicholson Lane. It used to be called Nicholson Lane.
Why did they rename this North Bethesda?
Why did they I know why they renamed it. Like, I don't know why they renamed it from Nicholson Lane. Maybe it was called that, and then they built White Flint Mall, or maybe it was after. Maybe just White Flint Mall wanted it to be called White Flint after the mall.
Transit Accessible U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission.
Wow.
Um,
And then they tore down White Flint Mall, so White Flint was no longer.
this is another
relevant.
trench station.
It is.
Why do we have so many of
Also,
these?
wait, does the street view show North Flint possibly by any chance, or does it still say White? It does still say White Flint. Wow. That's also a fairly recent name change.
Well, okay, the North Flint
it's
is
at the
on this.
very
It's
end.
on the
So I
very
think you
end
might
of the
even have to go
platform.
further in. Yeah, you're gonna have to go further in. Oh, it's on the other side.
Well, it's also from September 2019, so it's still White Flint.
So
at
it
the
won't be
top.
there. So yeah, what happened was they slapped the new signs over the old pylons. But what happened was one of them, I guess part of the sign fell off, or I think it was that pylon right there. I think that's it.
It was that one right over there.
One of the last one that has the name on it. What happened was they slapped the new sign over the old one, and I guess part of the new one broke off. So what was left was North from North Bethesda and the Flint from White Flint. There was a random E in there, but it was like Norte Flint. It was North Flint. It was great.
North Bethesda is kind of a meh suburban station.
Why is there? Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's like a C.
Low C.
Low C.
Below Hyattsville Crossing.
Below Hyattsville Crossing, but above Glenmont. I would say North Bethesda and Glenmont are about the same. Pentagon. That's another station that serves like one purpose.
But it's also a transfer station.
It also is a transfer station, and they do have the future proofing for the Columbia Pike line if they really wanted to.
Yeah, if only.
I would say Pentagon is
But on par above Medical Center, I would say, just because it's a transfer. Above Forest Glen because it's a transfer. Above Grosvenor Strathmore because it's.
I would say
below Fort. I'd put it above.
radical. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, just because the yellow to blue from like, well, it's not that helpful, but
Yeah,
it can be helpful.
I would say it below Fort
because it's a
Totten.
less helpful transfer.
Yes. But I would still say
There's
it's.
good bus connections.
I would still
Okay,
say
bus
it's mid B because large employment center serves particularly well and it's been
Right.
future proofed.
What are the buses there? There's a bunch, aren't there?
Pentagon. Yep.
Oh, Dash serves it too. Wow.
Arlington Transit, Dash, Fairfax Connector, Metrobus,
Loudoun County Transit.
Omniride, the Ride Smart, Northern Shenandoah Valley. Yes.
Ooh, that sounds like a video. Yeah. This is all possible foreshadowing.
These are all. Yeah,
Is this a commute? Ooh,
it is a
commuter bus. Where does it go?
Let me find a map. It goes to Clark County.
Okay, when I think Shenandoah Valley, I think like Winchester. I do not think. I mean,
It's
wait, where does it go in Clark County? That's like White. That's like White Post. Hold on. Does Clark County have a commuter bus from White Post? Because that's where it looked like it was in the county. Wait, go back to the
What if
go back
I-
to the bus map.
what if I look
Yeah.
up bus?
That can't. Go back to the
Go back to the website. Let's the
yeah,
funny
where is
Friendship
it
Heights.
from?
Park and ride lots. Let's see.
Clark. Okay, it serves Fauquier. It serves Page?
Waterloo is the park and ride.
340 and 50. Oh my gosh, really? There's nothing in Waterloo. It's like
This is Waterloo, by the way.
it's a stoplight. It's a Sheets of McDonald's. Also, fun fact, that used to be the only like standalone fast food restaurant in Clark County, to my knowledge, and then they got a second McDonald's.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Wow.
So you can go from where in Fauquier, Markham. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Marshall, Remington, and Warrenton. Okay, Tomsbrook. There's nothing. I mean, if they go into Strasburg, makes sense. Fine.
Strasburg makes sense. Yeah.
And Tomsbrook is on the way, so
Yeah, Tomsbrook
it's
is
not
right
really
there.
on the way, but it's on the way to Luray. Is it?
Yeah,
sort
because
of.
Lorette
If you
kind
go
of
that way, you could make it happen.
true. Pentagon City,
Where do we put Pentagon? We put it a C,
mid
B.
B.
Pentagon City is good.
Yes,
Costco.
I would say. Where did we put?
Crystal. It's above Crystals. I'd say it's above Federal Center.
Really? No, I would.
The direct mall connection is.
The only reason why I
It
say
also connects
Federal,
to the Metroway,
the only reason why I say Federal Center is above this because it's a downtown station.
but this is also a downtown.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of. Arlington doesn't really have like one downtown. I have a couple. Pentagon City is.
Yes, and they're all wonderfully connected by the metro.
They are.
And if even if they aren't, they're connected by a free bus that connects in with the metro. So I would say there. Potomac Avenue.
Not Potomac Yard. But gee, I wonder what comes next alphabetically.
Minecraft Villager.
It's a station. It's an Eastern Market. It's very Eastern Market.
I would say these are about the same.
Oh look, they're even on the same stretch of map, aren't they?
Yeah.
Back.
I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Not
would.
even. They're different sections.
I would say that they are basically the same station.
Yeah.
Potomac Yard. I love Potomac Yard.
It is simultaneously over and underbuilt. I don't know how they. Those bridges are like why? Why not just make a ground level entrance and a ground level sidewalk? You go on like get that. Why do you need to put
Transit
four
accessible.
elevators for one entrance? Like it seems like a waste of money.
Yeah, that seems like a waste. Transit accessible Target.
It has a connection to the Metroway.
They are building up a lot of things over here.
They are. My question though is why? Like it's good. There's a station here.
I'm glad they built it. The architecture's wonderful.
Yeah, this station is overbuilt in that it is like it takes up like way more space than necessary, and that walk is insane. You basically have to walk if you're getting off the back of the northbound train. You have to walk the whole length of the platform, walk the overpass, and then walk the whole length of the platform again if you want to go down the Glebe Road.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And also, this station could have been built for probably a lot cheaper because the northbound platform is actually almost at ground level with that service road there. So they could have just put platform level fare gates out to that service road, and that would have probably been a lot cheaper than putting in four elevators.
Yeah, because you're not
counting
gonna
the two that you needed for the platform.
you're not
So-
gonna build anything here.
Yeah, I don't even know that they can because it's a national park.
I do think there is a lot of warrant. There is a lot of like having an infill station there is perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Excellent because
absolutely.
it better serves this neighborhood.
Right.
But and obviously this was quite a long way between stations.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. So I'm glad they built it, and the architecture is wonderful.
There's also only 4 ferries.
Yeah, I would say it's like a mid C.
Put it above downtown. On par with Innovation Center.
No, I'd say it's better. Simply because there is
Better than Minnesota Avenue.
there is actual stuff over here, and it does have good bus connections.
Innovation Center, when it gets developed, could potentially become an A-tier station, I think.
I would put it in low B. Below Arlington Cemetery, above Eisenhower Avenue.
Okay.
I would put in low B. Ronald Reagan National Airport.
Above Dulles.
Above Dulles. I would dare to say that this is a high A tier,
S.
maybe even
I think
S.
it's a low S tier.
Low S tier?
Because it does exactly what it's meant to do. It has ground, like, you can get out of there on a bike. It is possible. It's not easy, but you can do it. You can walk to Gravelly Point to watch the planes if you really want to. It's right next to the airport terminal.
If you haven't been able to tell, this stretch of the DC Metro is like, I think, one of the best portions of it. Probably the best portion. This and like Roslyn Ballston are the best portions outside of the actual core itself.
What do you mean? You mean Dulles to Ashburn isn't the best outside of DC corridor?
Speaking of Dulles to Ashburn, Reston Town Center.
See, okay. This is my problem with Reston Town Center. Does not do what it aims to do. It's like, see, look at that nice right of way that's directly adjacent to Reston Town Center. Um, weren't they planning originally to have a metro line there? Potentially, they were. I don't know if it was supposed to come out this far out, but imagine if they built the metro up the WD right of way. You would have had a direct connection to Reston Town Center, as well as like where people actually live, and not the office buildings adjacent to where people actually live. No.
Yeah, because all the office buildings are over here. Reston Town Center is all the way over
Yeah,
here.
which is fine. Now, it's not a great walk. It's definitely walkable. Like, it's fine. It's not great.
Yeah, I would say.
Because of connectivity, I would put it in below C, above Morgan Bowl, probably above Glenmont, maybe below North Bethesda.
Yeah, I would say. Rhode Island Avenue, Brentwood, yes.
Yeah,
This is a good station. It's one of the only, it's technically a park and ride because
it is.
when the metro opened, it was this to what? DuPont Circle?
I believe so.
Um, it's, there is a decent amount of stuff around here. There's a decent amount of apartments, decent amount of jobs. There is a shopping mall and some somewhat low density, excuse me. It is getting late. Somewhat low density
The Home
over
the
here.
Home Depot.
The
You
Home
take
Depot.
the bus to the Home Depot.
There is
Post
a
office sorting facility.
post office
That
sorting
probably employs
facility.
some people. Oh, there's the tiny park. Did you swim in the tiny parking ride?
I did not see the tiny parking
There it
lot.
is. It's right.
Oh, there it
that
is.
tiny thing. It's like 3 floors. I believe they charge you $10 if you're not riding the metro, but they charge you $4.95, which is the typical metro parking rate.
I would
if you do ride
say
the
I would
metro.
say it's in the I would say
Below Brookland, definitely. Oh, Brookland's an A. Never mind.
I would say it's a low C. Actually, I would say it's about on the same
I
of
put it
Eisenhower.
above Eisenhower simply because it's the red line frequencies, and it has like
And
actual
it's-
development.
Yeah, I would
Wait,
say.
now zoom in. Hold on. Zoom in. Is that Rhode Island Avenue? Zoom in on that bridge there. You can cross easily. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can actually get to people want to walk. That's good.
Yeah, I would say. What's the next one? Rockville.
Good. Rockville's actually a good station.
Lot of bus connections. Amtrak connection with Capital Limited. MARC
And
connection
MARC
on the
connections.
Brunswick line.
To Frederick and Martinsburg.
Yes, indeed. It's cheaper to if you want to get into DC, it's faster and cheaper to just transfer
Sometimes.
here. It's as a suburban station though, the north side, like obviously it's good for this neighborhood. They have pretty good connectivity to the station, but it is like this could have been, I guess, redeveloped. Maybe. Down here is fine.
It has direct pedestrian access across Rockville Pike, which is good. That office, I think it's an abandoned office building.
Yes, we were here the other
We
day.
were here the other day. That video is gonna come out at some point. Wow.
I would say
It's good.
the transit connections are good.
It's below Alexandria, it's below King Street Old Town because
I would say it's
I'd put
it's a lower B.
I put it near New Carrollton. Definitely lower than New Carrollton because there's fewer connections.
Fewer connections. The development around it's kind of fewer connections. The development around it is better than New Carrollton.
Maybe above Dulles Airport.
I would say that these are about the same.
Okay. Yeah.
Simply because
Fair.
the fewer connections makes up for the fact that this has more development around it.
Sure. Roslyn.
Roslyn,
S tier.
S tier, yes. I would probably say it's on par with Federal Triangle.
Above Federal Triangle, I would say.
Simply
Well-
because, well, if you want to get down to here, to this part of Virginia,
Roslyn is a more helpful station.
it is a more helpful station. Yes. Also, the bi-level
It's a
platforms.
bi-level platform. It's so great.
Also, it's along the Roslyn-Ballston corridor. It's kind of wonderful.
And the elevator sound file glitched out exactly one time I was there, and it said, "Thank you for using the metro," or it said, "Welcome to the Pentagon City Metro," and I'm like, And every other time I've been there, it hasn't done that. So maybe I was just hearing something from something else. I don't know, but who knows?
Shady Grove, a station that only
We didn't
exists
even-
because Rockville didn't want to be a park and ride.
Are we just not going to defend Roslyn? We're just going to put it nest here and just leave it at that. Okay.
Roslyn is based. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
That's an intermodal facility. CSX is an intermodal facility here? What? I didn't even know. Or is this a trash, like for the trash train? 'Cause I know there's trash trains that goes up there. I'm curious now.
Oh, this is a cool.
Oh yeah, that's the trash facility. Yeah.
Neat.
Because sometimes through I know there's a local that works from Brunswick down into DC, and I know they run the trash job, so that's one of them. Uh, where is this? This is taken from a drone.
Yeah.
There's the yard, by the way. Let's see if we can spot anything interesting.
Any twos? Oh, well, that's really hard to tell.
Maintenance
Any-
stuff.
I need money. Did
No.
I tell you I saw the money train?
Yes, you did. Ain't that wonderful?
The station, on the other hand, oh boy, that park and ride.
That park and it's not even an efficient park and ride.
No, it's
There
now
is-
look at all that. That is good density right there.
That is
Like
wonderful.
good mid-level density. However, I mean, it's definitely walkable. But would you walk
There's-
that or would you drive? Let's be honest.
Most people would probably drive. There's also the park and rides up here, which are fine.
which are those are directly connected to the highway. That's fine. Like look at that nice highway. That's that. The north side, fine. The south side could probably be redeveloped to something else. So
Let's
below
see.
Rockville.
Below Rock. I would probably say it's in lower.
Yeah.
No, because then it would be above Rhode Island Avenue. And Rhode Island Avenue is a pretty good.
Yeah.
I would probably
Can we
say
put Potomac Yard below Rhode Island Avenue.
move Rhode
Move
Island.
Rhode Island Avenue up. Yeah. Shady Grove. I mean,
I would probably put it on par with Eisenhower Avenue. Because they both
Yeah.
yeah. They both have
And we're
kind of the
putting
same
and
issue.
we're putting Shady Grove. We can put Shady Grove above Eisen. Well, no, about the same. Yeah, that's good.
Shaw Howard University. It serves a
Pretty good.
university.
That might be like it's very dense. It serves the not the U streets.
Hold up.
There, it's right there. Zoom in.
Oh yeah, it is right here.
Good. Green Line has a lot of density. The Green Line is one of my favorite lines, if not my favorite line. It's great. I don't have anything really
Low A.
good. I put it above Georgia. I put it above Archives. Maybe with Brooklyn. Yeah, that's
Okay, next station, Silver Spring. Silver Spring is excellent. A lot of great density. You have a MARC connection. You have
Future Purple
Future
Line.
Purple Line connection. All of this is really built up.
The Paul S. Sarbanes Transit Center, so you can get Peter Pan from there.
Yeah, you can get Peter Pan from there. You can. It's just a whole bunch of density.
Mhm.
A lot of commercial though. Neighborhoods.
Walkable.
It's walkable to the neighborhoods. Yeah, decently so. Not like amazing, but decently so. I would probably rate Silver Spring.
Okay.
Yeah, an A. I would probably put
Low
it.
A.
I'd probably
Well,
put it.
Mark and stuff makes it. I'm surprised Silver Spring is not like an Amtrak station, but Rockville. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd probably rate it mid A. I'd probably rate it like near Bethesda, above
Yeah.
Bethesda.
Above, I put it above Eastern.
Nah,
Above, I put it above
only-
Columbia Heights.
only because these are
Frequency.
more dense. Yes,
But
Smith's-
connections.
true. But if it didn't have the MARC connection, it'd probably be much lower.
Yeah.
Smithsonian National Mall.
Good. Cool that the architecture there is slightly different to be, harder angles on the waffle. To be more like
I would say it's a pretty good station if you are going to the National Mall. If you're
or
a
the
tourist,
USDA or the museums. It's good. It does what it's meant to do.
it does what it's meant to do, and it does it well. I would say high A.
I would put it
Middle A.
maybe above courthouse. Or do we want to?
I'd put it there.
Ballston's good though. Like
I would put it there.
the Roslyn Ballston corridor is like I'd put it on par with that.
Southern Avenue. From
Eh.
a great station to yeah, exactly. Let's Suitland, Naylor Road.
As what now? What is this?
What is this neighborhood?
That is the Southern Avenue Metro subdivision. I don't know what it's called, but I would not be surprised if that's the only reason it's there.
Brothers Home Care. 2 exclamation points.
So a lot of that land cannot be developed. It looks like a national something national
National
parkway.
Parkway. Yeah. Eh.
Yeah, I'd put it above Naylor Road just because there are some decent bus connections. I think maybe there aren't, but wait, zoom back in on Naylor.
Naylor Road is there.
Better walkability at Naylor Road, so I would actually, yeah, I'd put Southern Avenue below Naylor.
Yeah, Spring Hill. Eh,
On par with Greensboro, because they're basically the same station.
they are basically the same station.
Greensboro,
I would put it
Spring Hill
slightly
higher.
I would no.
But you can walk, there's walkability in the neighborhood behind the
True.
trail, and there's a Potbelly.
There is a Potbelly. That is a factor we haven't been factoring in. Yes. Where'd we put Greensboro? There. Greensboro's right there.
Oh, okay.
Minnesota Avenue, I'm going to put above
I
Greensboro.
would put Spring Hill above Minnesota Avenue. No, Spring Hill.
Minnesota
yeah.
Avenue has more walkability.
Okay.
Stadium Armory. Soon to just be Armory. They're going to rename it when they tear down the stadium.
Are they
right?
actually?
I believe so.
Can we call it Abandoned Stadium Armory? What? Wait, go back into the map. See, what's the neighborhood around it even called? Can we just? Isn't it Capitol East?
Call it like Independence Avenue or something.
Yeah, Hill East. What? Why can't we call it Hill East?
Well, that's Kingman Park,
Why
Oklahoma
can't we
Avenue.
why can't we call it Kingman Park Hill East? That's a great name.
Yeah.
Or what street is it there? 18th Street?
Independence Avenue and East Capitol Street.
Just do a SEPTA and just call it the two streets it's closest to. Like, it's fine. It's
There's a lot of
residential station.
there's a decent amount of density over here. It is a transfer station, although a bit far. I have transferred here a decent number of times before.
Yeah. Thank you, Metro Speedrun.
It's kind of occurred because every single time I try and I go visit my friend. 2026 Productions. Go subscribe. I always meet him in New Carrollton, and I always transfer here from the Silver Line. So
You should mix it up. Go transfer to other stations.
transfer at Courthouse. I don't know.
Courthouse is good. Courthouse is a good.
I would say Stadium Armory ranks pretty high up.
I put it below the Roslyn-Ballston corridor. Yeah, but above Capitol Center.
Yeah, simply
They're
because
pretty close. The B2 is a good route, though. The B2 goes to Stadium Armory. It is a good route that connects up to the H Street corridor and the streetcar, so that's kind of cool.
next station, Oklahoma Avenue.
Oklahoma Avenue S tier.
Can we create a new
I
one? No, we
wish.
cannot.
We can't add pictures
Add-
now.
Add additional images to your tier list. Yes, we can.
Do we have? Do we have?
Do 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 do. Sure.
Ooh, that's a good rendering.
The 2-pixel image. Just called images on my laptop.
Showing the internet your files.
I've done that before. Images 0, is that it?
Just called image.
Nope, that's some artwork.
Just delete it. Oh my god.
Oh, it's just called images.
Called images.
There we go.
Wait, delete the other one. How do you get rid of the other one? What's that other one that you just added?
Yeah, it's some artwork.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave it there.
Are we putting it in the? Are we seriously? I wouldn't put it above font. Like, its usefulness, in all seriousness,
It would have
it
just
should have been a station, and it would have connected to the streetcar, which is a thing.
The only reason to take the DC streetcar is because it's free. The only reason to take
or
it.
you're a transit.
Or you're
foamer.
a transit foamer. I would say it's above Stadium Armory,
Oh, absolutely, because it would actually be a good transfer. It would be a better transfer.
which is why I'm just gonna put it above Stadium Armory.
Okay, yeah.
Sweetland or Suitland Metro Rail. It's a park and ride
But
along
it
Silver
has-
Hill
You
Road.
can definitely walk. I put it above Branch Avenue. In bus connections, so there is a orbital bus connection up to
The buzzer.
the buzzer. Yeah, but there is some bus connection. I would put it above Branch Avenue. I would put it
Where'd we
like
put- The southern end of the Green Line just kind of has some mediocre
I'd
stations.
put it above McLean, but definitely below Franklin.
Yeah. Tacoma's fine.
It's fine. Just a red line station. Fine. Parking.
It's somewhat built up around here. Somewhat.
I put it with like what's directly north of it. It's next one up is Silver Spring. Bipolar. It's like a complete
And then-
bipolar difference.
Yeah, and then the one below it is Fort Totten. Where do we put Fort
I'd
Totten?
put it similar to Fort Totten.
Uh,
Maybe above Fort Totten, just because of like, yeah,
more
go back,
development.
Go back to the map, maybe. Yeah, like it's more helpful to people there, I guess. And if you want to go there, there's some.
Stanleytown American University.
Does not serve American University. Serves Tenleytown.
American University is over here, by the way. Uh, I mean, it's decently built up. Decent.
Yeah, it serves Wisconsin Avenue, which is a great corridor. Density. It's fine.
I would say it's like Judiciary Square level.
I put it above Cleveland. Where did we put? Did we do Cleveland? We did Cleveland. Yeah, I'd put it. Wait, what did we just do? Tenleytown.
Tenleytown,
probably
Judiciary Square.
Yeah, I put it. That makes
Actually,
sense.
no.
That's good.
Actually, no. Below Georgia Avenue.
I feel like New Carrollton's better. We want to move New Carrollton to A. That's fine. That's good. I think that's good.
I would move New Carrollton to A, and I just put it there randomly. No more. I would say Tanleytown is like
Better than Fort Totten. Like better than Tacoma.
better
Better than
Tacoma.
Braddock Road. Not as good as Noma.
No. Twinbrook is. Oh yeah, because it's frickin' Bethesda versus North Bethesda.
Keep going. There it is. Reminds me of that one station on the Baltimore Light Rail. What is Timonium? It like zoom. Can we look up Timonium real quick?
My only reason to go to Timonium is to go to Timonium train show every now and then. Like, well,
so
where are the fairgrounds? There's Hunt Valley. Where are the fairgrounds? Where are they? Here they are. Yeah.
Just like that segment looks the same. Oh, that station's up there. Yeah. Like, all right, now zoom. All right, can we like just take a mental picture of Timonium and then go back?
The Cow Palace, that's where they hold the Timonium train show. So if I really wanted to, I could go to the Timonium train show entirely via transit.
Video idea.
Yeah.
All right, so take a mental picture of Timonium, and then we're going back to Twinbrook, which.
Oh, that's Tanleytown, not Twinbrook. Rockville. Where's Twinbrook? There it is.
Does that not look like the same? I put.
See.
Yeah. Maybe above Morgan.
Eh.
Okay.
It's just. Tyson's. Tyson's is
good.
Yeah, Tyson's
probably one of the better Silver Line stations above Innovation Center.
Oh, that's Greensboro. I've actually used Tyson's plenty of times before. The Winter Lantern Festival. When was this taken?
Sure.
Yes, no. Tyson's is a nice station.
I've actually never used Tyson's station, which is actually called Tyson's Corner.
Why? No one calls it that.
It's called Tyson's Corner.
Well, the WMATA people, did they get someone not from Northern Virginia to name it that?
Well, the trains just say Tyson's.
Yeah, that's like
everything says Tyson's.
That's like a mark of like how can you tell someone's from Northern Virginia or not? It's like, well, they call it Tyson's Corner. They're not from Northern Virginia. It's a fine station. It's pretty good. I would say, about on par with Braddock Road. Maybe slightly
above Braddock Road.
Yeah, I would say slightly below. I would say these are about the same.
I'd put it above Braddock Road simply because you have two actual shopping centers there. Maybe not. On par. Whatever you think, yeah.
U Street, African American Civil War Memorial.
Cardozo. Is this I think this is the longest metro station name, which is really funny because it's the shortest main station name without like the subtitles.
Yeah.
It's just 3 letters. It's UST. Like that's
one of these Central Green Line stations which are all consistently good.
Yeah, I'd put it with Columbia Heights.
Yeah. Fine.
Buzzer.
The buzzer. Union Station.
Good, S tier. I would actually possibly put it below. My reason being,
I would put it above King Street simply because of the more transit connections. Even though I don't like Union Station.
Maybe above Federal Triangle. Do we want it above or below Roslyn?
I would say
above Roslyn?
I would say above Roslyn. Simply because intercity rail station with all the connections in the world.
Also, it's another way to tell someone's from Virginia, or at least specifically like Arlington. Do they say Roslyn or Roslyn? Like, are they from directly like that area? Because you do hear people pronouncing it Roslyn, which no, it's Roslyn. It's like
Roslyn, yeah. Van Dorn Street.
Worse than Franconia Springfield.
Really?
Actually, no, better than Franconia.
Better than
Springfield.
Franconia Springfield, albeit probably
Not by much.
not.
Like, let's put it the last C probably. Or what? D's fine. D's good.
Van Ness UDC.
The station I forget about the most.
Didn't we just get off here?
We did. We went to a Potbelly. How many times have we said Potbelly this video?
I can never.
Potbelly's good. It's good. They have good sandwiches and salads.
They have good cookies.
They do have the double chocolate brownie cookie is amazing.
Where?
It's good.
So this is Van Ness. Where's the Potbellies we went to?
Look to the right. Other way. Keep going to
the
the
sphere,
ball.
the ball,
Now,
the Wamata.
It's right. It should be right.
The Wamata
there. The weirdly
balls.
low. There it is. The low density Potbelly. Like, what is this?
Potbelly rating.
Also,
Potbelly tier list.
For anyone who's never visited DC, look at these traffic lights. DC does not understand the concept of overhead traffic signals. Instead, they just mount them all on pedestals, or they have these really short overhead things.
Yeah.
Very occasionally. Now, if you zoom in, actually, this is a weird subtangent thing. Zoom in on the Congress Heights metro station. This is totally random.
This video is already going to be like 27
Oh, yeah.
hours long. It doesn't matter.
Do Street View right at Alabama there and the bus bay. Yeah. Now zoom in on the traffic light other direction. Zoom in on the traffic light. What do you see? It's an overhead traffic light. DC has so few of them, but they do exist.
Congress Heights is fun.
There are very few overhead traffic
Where
lights.
do we rank Congress Heights? I forget. Oh, B tier.
Yeah,
That's
good.
fine. Van Ness. Well, yeah, we were talking about Van Ness. Potbelly tier. I don't know.
We should have a Potbelly tier, except we already have a data center tier.
I would probably put Van Ness UDC like
Above Eisenhower.
Yeah.
I would put it above Potomac.
Yeah, there's more immediately around
Yeah.
it. Vienna, Fairfax, George Mason University. It barely serves all of those things.
And by barely serves those things, you mean none of them? Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
The one thing I will have to say about this station is apparently, by the way, riding metro after freshly fallen snow is very pretty.
video idea.
I
Oh my
rode
gosh,
I
how
rode
do we
metro
think of
from
this?
Vienna out to New Carrollton in the middle of after it had freshly fallen snow, and going along the toll road along the stretch of the Orange Line was weirdly beautiful. The one thing I will have to say is it has excellent highway access.
Which is a park and ride it's meant to do. It also has access to the surrounding houses. Like it does both things.
They should really just be called like Fairleigh or Oakton.
Yeah. But then no one would know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Also, zoom in on the highway interchange there.
This.
Look, that's where you want to put parking in the highway interchanges. That is not good for really any other land use. Look at that.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
amazing.
This is a weird roundabout, by the way.
It works.
It works. I like.
I actually haven't seen it work. Hopefully it works.
No, I whenever I go from work to Model Railroad Club, I take this roundabout.
And it works well.
It works
Good.
fine. First, I was like, "Why the heck did they put this roundabout here?" But after going on it like 6 times, it actually makes sense to have a roundabout here instead of just having a stoplight. Because if they had a stoplight like they did before, this would all just back up, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened. That's why they put a roundabout.
I'm done lowering.
Yeah,
But not by much. But better than Benning Road. Better than Dean. Better than downtown Largo or worse than
I'd say downtown Largo is better than downtown
Okay,
Largo.
yeah.
Simply because it's a park and ride station that does what it meant to do. Buzzer.
And there's a high ridership community. Ride the metro.
Yes. Although the Fairfax connector bus into downtown Vienna is like once every hour.
Ooh.
Uh,
Can we get a Vienna town free bus shuttle that also stops at the Giant in Friendship Heights?
that would be wonderful. Virginia Square GMU, Roslyn Balsam Station.
Yeah, I think it's well. Let's zoom in. Is it better or worse than Clarendon? Because Boston's pretty good. I don't think it's better than Boston. Clarendon.
I'd say it's better than Clarington. There's more development around
Okay,
here.
yeah, sure. Not by much though. They're all like, "Hey, look, we've recreated the Orange Line." Wait, exactly.
That's
Except Roslyn. But
Except-
that is wonderful.
Waterfront. I would put that
with Navy Yard.
with Navy Yard. They're basically the same
Waterfront's good,
station.
though.
Waterfront is good. I'd put it below Navy Yard though, simply because it doesn't have access to the ballpark.
But that's not what it's trying to do. It's trying to serve the waterfront district, which is actually quite nice.
True.
I'd put it like just neck and neck.
Where did we put? There we go.
You can
West-
also walk to L'Enfant from it.
West Falls Church.
It should be a junction station.
Yes, and the worst part about it is that there is an actual connection.
There is, yep.
It is one of only two three-platform stations.
The big
Also,
national
the
airport.
abandoned bus
Wagon.
bay.
It is a cool abandoned bus bay. We should have Metrofest at Vienna. At West Falls Church is a station at which they could hold Metrofest because they need one track of the platform out of use for just parking a train there so people can go in it and stuff. And they did a nice big empty area. Gee, that sounds like the West Falls Church abandoned bus bay. Imagine if Metrofest was there.
West Falls Church.
Good. On par with East Falls Church, probably. Maybe a little worse because it's not a junction. But it has a cool bridge and it has 3 tracks. So
West Hyattsville. Where's West Hyattsville? That's
so I might
College
be
Park.
wrong on this. West Hyattsville might be a sloped platform.
That's Greenbelt. What? Okay, it's almost
further. It's west of Hyattsville.
it's 11 o'clock at night.
It is. Yes, it is. All right. So it's fine.
This a slope platform?
I don't think if it is, it's not by much. Like go zoom in on the elevator. If you can go right to the middle platform, you move the architecture is cool. Not as good as Hyattsville Crossing. Like look on the opposite side of the platform. That elevator is so okay, no, it's flat. Never mind.
I don't see it. No,
Maybe I was just crazy.
it's probably on par with Hyattsville Crossing.
Worst one I would put it. Yeah.
Wheaton.
Amazing. Longest escalators in the Western Hemisphere. That's like the fun fact about the metro everyone knows. It's good. It has good density.
Yeah,
It has a nice underground bus bay. It's kind of cool. It's
I
good.
would say Wheaton. IB.
Put it
I-
right below. I put it above that. Maybe between Silver Spring and Bethesda.
Queen Silver Spring. Yeah, probably. Wheelie Reston East.
Not a bad station.
No, I'd
Good
say
underground bus bay, which is kind of cool.
Herndon, Wheelie Reston East.
Um,
I would say this is probably one of the it connects into all this decently well.
Mm-hmm. And there's TOD. Good TOD.
There is TOD. There could be more TOD, but
There's going to be more.
there's going to be more TOD, but
There's also Nova Campus there.
yeah, also Nova Campus, also a decent connection to all this down here.
Yeah.
So if you want to walk from the neighborhood to the
You
station,
could.
it's fairly easy.
There's also an abandoned bus bay.
There is, yeah. I would say it's
Better than par with Innovation Center.
yeah. Our last one, Woodley Park Zoo, Adams Morgan.
Wait, hold on, go back. We put Greensboro and Spring Hill above Wheelie. That does not. Wheelie Reston used above Spring Hill and Greensboro, I think, and Ashburn as well. Those two, I think.
Yeah,
And then Wheelie Reston above Ashburn. I think that makes.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Our last one is Woodley Park Zoo, Adams Morgan.
Serves all 3 of those things decently well.
Buzzer.
Yes, there's a buzzer. I really hope they can hear that on the microphone. Otherwise, it's gonna be so weird.
I'm not gonna edit it out.
Uh,
I mean, yeah. It serves the zoo. You want to see
how close is it to the zoo, though?
right there.
Where's the zoo entrance? There.
True.
Oh,
Is there an entrance down here?
nope.
Oh.
There is one, however, at Woodley and Connecticut. So,
Like a C.
yeah, I see how it above Van Ness.
Yeah, I'd say they're the same. And that's it.
Any that we
Well, let's do a quick review. LaFont Plaza, Metro Center, Union Station, yeah. Foggy Bottom. Anything that looks out of place.
I'm looking through. I love that we just recreated the Roslyn Ballston corridor.
And then Oklahoma Avenue.
Oklahoma Avenue, yeah, we put that in there because it should just be a real station. None of these are sticking out crazy.
No. I don't really see anything that's like
This is the sound of us thinking.
this is the sound of us thinking, yeah.
I think we should move the data centers tier above S tier.
Just so that when we release this final list, people can rage.
No, at the bottom. I feel like we're
That's a joke. There's no way
It
that
is
no
a
one's going
joke. I think at the bottom because that makes it kind of look like a weird title thing. It's as fun as having a data centers tier.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't how many video. I think we should just make this one. So probably
This one 3 hour long video.
not for you.
I think it was 3
I
hours.
don't know. Yeah, this should just be one thing on your channel. I don't know.
It should have just been a stream. Oh well.
Play the recording, do a premiere,
Yeah.
sit through this whole thing again.
How much am I gonna edit this?
Not at all.
Screw it.
You don't have to edit it at all.
I'll just dump it. Anyway, if you want to say anything before the stream, the stream. This isn't a stream. Long as a stream.
Imagine 29 down the line. No.
Go follow Shortline K819 on Twitch for more epic gaming.
This is not epic gaming. This is something else entirely.
And now for something completely different. Okay, do you want to say anything before I end this absolute marathon of a video?
Yes. So you should go to visit all of these stations in this specific order. In one day. I'm just kidding.
We'll give you a cookie.
Well, from Potbelly?
From Potbellies, yeah.
No guarantee.
We'll give
We
you
will
a
not-
free entree ticket from Potbellies.
No. No.
You don't want to give any of those up?
I will. I have no. No. We cannot. Well, see, here's the thing. Theoretically, a billion people could watch this and then demand free Potbelly, and I don't have that kind of resource. I don't have those resources. As much as I love Potbelly, I cannot buy a billion meals.
You get nothing.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
This was your idea.
Go subscribe to 29 down the line.
You definitely should.
I've been pushing your videos in various Discord
I
servers.
see that in the analytics. I see like traffic from discord.com. I'm like, gee, I wonder where that's coming from. But no, yeah. For those of you who are watching, because this is all going to your channel, right?
Yeah.
For those of you, because there's quite more of you subscribed to him than to me. I make like more transit stuff.
I don't really make transit videos.
You make more like railroading things.
I'm also a fan of transit. Go figure.
There's an overlap. There is a weird. They're two different worlds, but they overlap, and I feel like we're both in that overlap.
Yeah, it's strange.
But I put out videos quite a bit, so if you want,
He puts out videos like once a week compared to me, who
For
puts out a
now.
video like once
Yeah.
every month.
yeah, I also have a ton of backlog videos, so
You have
we'll
like
see.
18 of them or something like that?
Something like that. Yep. Yeah.
What's your next video?
This week is going to be actually. Guess who went back to Loudon Gateway? I went. So this week was Independence Day. For those who are watching this later, on the 4th. So the metro is free after 5 p.m. on the 4th. You know, when everyone else is riding into downtown to go watch the fireworks, I had the great idea. Oh boy, the screen's still recording. Oh, this is fun.
I know.
So
I'm going to see.
So a lot of people were going into downtown to see the Independence Day festivities. Meanwhile, I went to Loudon Gateway just to see how much ridership it would get on one of the busiest days of the year when the system is pushed to its absolute limits.
Why is it not? Cannot calculate transit direction.
There's no more trains out into DC. Probably.
No. This is 11 a.m. on Monday tomorrow. It's 11:13 at night. I don't know.
Google doesn't even work. Really? There's no. Really?
Google's
I
just
can give you transit directions.
Google is
Wow.
not working. This is going to be our next joint video where we go to
Is it
Friendship
actually?
Heights.
Well,
Sure, you want to do this Sunday?
I'm not free Sundays until afternoon, but I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's doable though.
Maybe
It's
Monday.
doable.
Maybe Monday.
I can't work. I can't do Mondays.
No.
Or,
Okay.
well, I can. It depends. Scheduling is fun.
Anyways, that's
yes,
not for this video.
This is us rambling now.
Yes.
This is.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.
Goodbye.